Okay, so I think that I'm back. Yes, give me a thumbs up. Thumbs up if I'm back. Thumbs up. Yes. Thumbs up. Am I back? So, I've been having the worst. Thumbs up. Yes, thank you. Thank you, Aura. Awesome Lord. Thank you so much. I've been having the worst time lately with internet. It has completely screwed. I'm back. I'm back. All right. It is completely. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Aura, for the recent cheer and the welcome back. I have completely. Oh, Shaw has been very frustrating lately. I'm having real issues with my Xbox lately. I'm having issues with having like a strict network connection on my Xbox. And the internet in the house has been seriously in and out. So we've had a lot of dropouts in the house lately. And I'm very sorry about that. Sorry that everything just kind of stopped and jumped down. I could see that it's too bad because we're getting good going and everything. So I'm sorry that it totally dropped out and everything. But I'm really happy because I could see that Kane was fielding all of the chat questions and everything while I was gone. I am so stoked to have Kane, our resident electrical engineer, in chat and helping out. Kylie, you want to give me a robot? I want a robot. I like a robot. Robots are sick. So, yes. So back, going before, oh, the cheer thing is like in my just little chat box. There's like a new little icon right beside the smiley face, and that's where the cheer stuff is, Brad. So apparently, I don't know. It's all new to me. Yeah, so Strict Nat is, oh, thanks so much for the follow, Ghost. I appreciate that. Yeah, Strict Nat is brutal, like Aura, like, so everything's Strict Nat now, and I can't, like, group up in, aw, thanks, Jar Buddy, for the follow. I totally appreciate that. So I can't group up in, like, Xbox groups anymore to play Overwatch. Like, everything is just a nightmare. I don't know how to fix it, so like I've got to talk to my internet service provider and kind of get figured out. So sorry about the drop of stream there, but it sucks. This will be in 2 parts and my starting material list won't be there. So let's just get back on track to exactly what we're talking about. Yeah, I love how I'm all smiling regarding to the fact of what's happened. Whatever, it's fine. It's not that big of a deal. Yeah, so you've had your fair share of that when you used to live in a shared student house, so it made your online gaming a nightmare. Totally, Aura. So it's just making this a total nightmare, so I'm going to have to get Shaw has given me a secondary IP address, and I'm going to have to set up the secondary IP address so that this computer can then run off of the secondary IP address, and it's all a nightmare. So sorry about that. Everything's all connected, and aw, you stuck with me through the bad internet. Thank you. It's too bad that it had to drop out, but whatever. We're just getting going. Okay. So, like I was saying right here, so we were just talking about the 2 different wires. So the reason why there's 2 different wire colors is that the wires are the same, except for the fact that you want to just sort of label one as your positive and one as your negative, so you can follow through with your circuit just like that. It's just easier. You could do both the same color if you really wanted to. If you've got a good memory or you got some other way of sort of marking and remembering it, fine. But for me personally, I like things to be as simple as possible. So I use 2 different colors of wire because it is way easier. Well, can't have your cheer badge and turbo badges at the same time. I know, that sucks. I'm sorry. But I guess that's how the badges work. eBay, you can get bindles cost way less that way. Yeah, totally. Yeah, get a petition going to get that Google Fiber. Yeah, I don't know. Everything's kind of a big old mess right now, but that's okay. Yeah, colors make tracking wire easier. That's exactly what I was saying. It just makes it easier to track wires. 1 green, 1 red. There's many different colors of wires out there, so just whatever is going to be easiest for you to track it. I use just multi-strand wire. And as far as the gauge is considered, I'm not exactly sure what gauge this is. This is just the standard electrical wire that they sell in massive amounts at the electronics store. This is your basic of basic wiring. So this for me has been great personally as a cosplayer, because again, we're not talking about doing really thick gauges of wiring when you're trying to do something crazy, like if you're doing something on your truck or you're doing something on a computer or some sort of other electrical thing. We're talking cosplay. I personally want the thinnest gauge wire possible so that when things are feeding through my costumes, it is going to be as thin and as seamless as possible around me. You need to remember that this is for cosplay. This is, as a cosplayer, you don't want a lot of bulk and a lot of wiring underneath you. You want to keep things as thin as possible. Let's see. It's it's just the old names for Amazon Prime, and it gets you some turbo emotes and skips ad. Yeah, totally, turbo. That's like the new thing, because Amazon, or turbo is the old thing and Amazon Prime is because Amazon bought out Twitch, I think. So that was how that worked. Oh, you have to go, Dax. I'm sorry, but I'm so glad you came by to say hello. So thank you, Dax. Thanks for coming by and saying hi and having some good time. So bye, Dax. Yes, so the next thing, let's just go back to the material list, because now the beginning of my stream's cut off. So we'll go back to the material list. We talked about the LEDs. We talked about the wire. So now I'm just going to talk about the solder and the soldering iron. I'm going to show you these right here. Alrighty. So going back into the scene. So this is my soldering iron. This comes with a little stand right here that you can just prop it up. So when it's hot, it's not going to burn you or fall over or set anything on fire. So as you can see, this is a soldering iron. Trying to focus it in. Okay, so there, it's better focusing on that one. So yeah, you can see this is a soldering iron. Mine's a little mucked up because I've been using it for years. This thing lasts for so long. This is a circuit test brand soldering iron. It's essentially just like a no-name brand that I got at the electronics store. You can get soldering irons at Home Depot if you need to. You can get them at Rona. You can even get them at, I think they have a couple at Michael's, but they may be a dual like hot knife and wood burning tool and stuff as well. I just like the pure soldering iron. It is just a standard plug-in soldering iron that you just plug in and go. So this has been lasted me for quite a few years, and this was really inexpensive. My soldering iron was like $10-15, so it was not too much, so it was not really putting me out too much. Yeah, basically pretty much any other hardware store. English, you spell it solder, right? But it's pronounced solder, so yes. Yeah, that looks 18 gauge for sure. Kane can't tell with your phone. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure exactly what the gauge of wire is, but it's just like the standard basic wire that I was just able to pick up at the electronics store. Yeah, the soldering iron has seen some burnt days. It's seen a lot. Like, it's a little burnt on the tip, but it's fine. Like, you just need the heat from it, right? So, yes, interesting. Yeah, pretty much any hardware store. So, and there are full-on soldering station if you're really into it. Yeah, so this is just, you found your dad's old iron, Brad, and almost 40 years old and it still worked, rewiring. Yeah, totally. So this has lasted me for like 4 years or something like that. It's literally like $15, $20 or $10, $15, depending on if you're serving in the States or in Canada, right? And it's just lasted for a super long time. So now the other two things that accompany the soldering iron are solder. Now, there's a couple different types of solder out there. This one I haven't tried yet. So this is just electrical solder. And it is a lead-free rosin core solder. So the biggest thing is that it's lead-free is sort of the big number one thing of this. It is for speaker wire, motors, appliances, wiring. So, I mean, this stuff right here, this wire is like speaker wire, right? So this is good for this. It's not for plumbing, as it says right here. And yeah, this is the lead-free rosin core solder that I haven't used it yet, but this is because it doesn't have lead in it. It's supposed to be safer, even though there are still little... Come on, focus. Oh, come on. It's not focusing in. Let's see if I can do it here. Oh, well, there's a little skull and crossbones, and there is a little hand that is a skeleton on it. So this is still poisonous. It's like the resin, right? Like the resin has a lot of warnings on the outside of it, but the resin has a lot of like poison warnings on the outside of it, but this is why we're safe. This is why we just do protective measures and everything. This is just a basic solder tube that I got at the electronics store as well. This is a lead solder. So I've actually just used this. It works really, really well. I've never had a problem with any of my LEDs or anything, and it comes out of the tube just in this nice little easy way. But this again is a lead-based thing. So the main thing is these are all super inexpensive as well. Solder is really inexpensive to get. Versus could you use your wood burner, Galactic? They do say, so I have a wood burner as well. I have a like dual tool that's like a wood burner and a hot knife for like cutting foams, as well as it says on the package, and it says like when I bought it on the package that you could use it also for soldering. But seriously, a soldering iron is like, it's like 15 bucks. Like I would really just pick up a specific soldering iron, especially when you're working with stuff like lead-based solder, or even this rosin solder. It's not the most, I don't know, it's just not the friendliest of materials. So I guess you wouldn't necessarily want to use the same tool with those kind of materials that you would on your leather stuff. So it's kind of a personal thing, but it's, I just bought a separate one just because I thought that it was easier. So what's the average size millimeter of the LED that is used? Is 5 millimeters the average free fall? Yes, so this one is a 5 millimeter LED. This is the sort of average one that I have used. This is the like smaller, I think this is the 1 millimeter LED or the 3 millimeter LED. This is the 3 millimeter LED, the smaller ones, and these are the 5 millimeter LED, the bigger ones. Personally, I don't see that much of a difference in the glow in them. It's, you know, the bigger ones glow a little bit brighter, but I think it just kind of depends on what you're working with. Like, for example, I was showing you, oh, these are still sticking. I was showing you this one right here. This orange, like that is the 3 millimeter LED, and it is glowing so bright. Like you can see just even like on the chair and everything, like this is 3 millimeter and it glows super duper bright. So it's not necessarily I don't know. It's kind of what you want. I think that both of them work really, really fine. If you can just find 3 millimeter ones, and they will light your costume up just the same. So, let's see. Oh, yes. Also for the lead and for lead-free. Yeah, thank you so much, Lizzie, for the links. So those are for the lead-based solder and lead-free based solder as well. So let's see. Eric, you learned in college to use the right tool for the job. You learned working with a bike builder that anything can be a hammer. I mean, it can. Like I said, those wood burning. Aw, thank you, Lisa Holling, for the follow. I appreciate that. Like I said, those wood burning tools and stuff can be used. They do say on the package that they can be used for soldering as well. But as a personal thing, I'm just going to buy a soldering iron. It's really, really cheap, and it's not, you know, it's not too much to like be able to have a tool specifically for one thing. So Yeah, there's the size. Thank you so much for the link, Lizzie. It's a size comparison for LEDs. So personally, I think that both of them, they're LEDs. They're going to glow pretty bright. So I know Lizzie is on the game with the links. I'm loving this, Lizzie. Amazing. Oh, and Ariad, so glad you finished early enough to join in. Yes, we had a like weird stop of the stream earlier, but everything's back on and rolling. You can change the brightness with the resistor 30. Totally, you can. Well, I mean, the resistor, I'll show you those in a second. The resistor is to mitigate some of the power that is coming from the battery. I'll show you this in 1 second. Okay. Oh, Seraph, hello. How are you doing? Yeah, you are so on top of this links, Lizzie. I am totally impressed. Okay, so that was the solder. So going back to the materials list. Okay, so we'll talk next. We talked about the LEDs, the wire, the solder, so the battery holders. Oh, we'll talk about the battery holders and the switches just really quick. Okay. So our battery holders and our switches. So again, these are things that I just got at the electronics store. They were super duper cheap. They were like, 25 cents for the switches, I think, and $1 for the battery holders. Super cheap. You can get them in bulk. You can also order these online if you would like. And you're just back from a wedding rehearsal. Oh, yeah, that's so awesome. And Arkham, thank you. Arkham Prodigy, thank you so much for the follow. I really hope that your wedding rehearsal went well. Okay. So here are, I shouldn't have poured all these out, but here are, if you can see, these are my switches. So I like to have switches in all of my cosplay lights because I don't want to have to rely on taking a battery in and putting a battery out. Like, you will change the batteries, but I prefer to have the capabilities to switch my lights on my costume on and off. I like to, if I'm, on a break or I'm like, you know what I mean? When you go and you eat food and you're not doing photos and you're just like wanting to chill and stuff, you're going to turn your lights off to save battery power. So these are the little switches that I have right here. I'm trying to focus these in. Wow, my camera is really not wanting to focus today. So you can see here's the little switches, like so. They just have a little dial on them. They have a little thing on the top, and you just, see if you can see it, you just switch it back and forth, and that's on and off. They have little prongs on the bottom where you are going to solder your wires to, and it's a super easy. These are nice because they can hide really well underneath your costumes. Again, I try to choose things as small as possible. So these hide really well, and they're a great little switch on and off. Put my hand behind the item to focus it like makeup gurus do. Okay, let's see if that works. No! You are lying to me. Amphibian, you're lying to me. Okay, so it's like that didn't quite work. Oh, there it did. It did on that one. So there you go. That's exactly what the switch looks like. Just a nice little on and off thing. Super small, super clean, really good for hiding underneath shoulders. You can even, it's even small and thin enough that you can put it into bracers and stuff. Like, it really is a great little switch to have for turning on and off your costumes. So those, and the camera's like, nope. So, did I show the soldering gun yet? Yeah, I did. It's just right here. So, Sparkle Stash, this is just the soldering iron. It is super cheap. I just got it at the store for like $10, $15, just at an electronics store. You can get them at any hardware store also. Rona, oh, Crazed NGO. Thank you so much for the, oh, Crazed Dingo. I got it. I figured it out. Yes. Thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate that. Okay, yeah, so you can get them at any sort of hardware store, Rona, Home Depot, whatever. You can find any of them there. They are, oh, shoot, I got Got my LED accidentally touching my battery there. So yeah, it's super duper cheap. I would really recommend getting a soldering gun, not like a 3-in-1 thing. Like I said, they have hot knives, wood burners, and soldering irons that they like say this 3-in-1 stuff. I just think it's good just to get a soldering iron, just a soldering iron. So yes, Seraph Redemption. Oh my god. Oh, yeah, the camera was trying, but it wasn't quite. Yeah, so perfect. Yes, Lizzie, amazing. You are killing it tonight. You and Kane are like on top of this. Lizzie coming in with the link in chat. Perfect. There is the switch that you can get. Just swooping in. Awesome. So yes, these are the switches. And then the next thing I'm going to show you is the battery holders. So you can use a multitude of batteries and different types of battery packs or battery holders or whatever to power your LEDs. Personally, I like to use 3-volt coin cell batteries. Why do I like to use 3-volt coin cell batteries? Because these little battery holders can fit so well under Armor. This, again, is cosplay. Yes, they do have, like, crazy, I don't know, massive battery packs. So you could theoretically do a whole bunch of wiring. You could do all of your LEDs, or at least, like, the top half of your LEDs and then the bottom half of your LEDs onto one circuit and then use like a battery pack that does like 8 AAAs or something, or 8 AAs or something like that if you wanted to have this amazing amount of power. But my issue with cosplay is that I don't want to have to figure out where to hide this big AA battery pack. Even D-cell batteries I find are a little obtrusive. They are a big square battery and you need to really focus about like, where is this going to hide in? How am I going to be able to hide this? Because the last thing that really takes away from like a cosplay is when, you know, you're rocking it out and you're like, yes, I am, you know, like Sylvanas, or I am Alex from, you know, World of Warcraft, and I have these beautiful red glowing gems, and then you see wires in this massive battery pack on the back, and you're kind of like, well, you know, like it just for me personally, I like stuff to be as hidden and as clean. I don't want to show how I attach things. I don't want to show how things are glowing. So this is why I use 3-volt coin cell batteries, and I wire every single LED. Sometimes I'll do 2 on one circuit, but I try to wire every single LED just in their own independent circuits so that I can use these nice, clean little hidden things so they can completely go underneath my armor. Cassian, are you taking bets on how many times I burn myself tonight? Totally. We got a hot soldering iron, so like it might happen. Let's see. 30 for the German guys, all you do, you can order by this. Perfect. Thank you so much, 30. That is awesome. Thank you for putting that link there. Giant battery pack for making a supernova. Yeah, like you could use a giant battery pack if you really wanted to. You can rewire your tally helmet with this knowledge. You have a huge battery pack in it right now. Yeah, like, so this is my issue with cosplay is that, you know, you got something like a bracer like this. I just had this sitting here because I was working on it the other day. Or even like, you know, better, you got a helmet like so, and this helmet's going on your head. And say this was a gemstone, a single gemstone or whatever, and you want this to light up. I mean, where are you going to put in this helmet a, you know, massive 4 AA battery pack? It's really frustrating and really annoying. So that's why I like to do single circuits and just have every single LED run off of a 3-volt. So it just can fit so nicely, like inside. You can embed it into the Warbler if you wanted. It can fit underneath bracers and underneath leg guards. Specifically, it can fit so well underneath shoulders. You can slide things like this into weapons, into swords. It just, to me, it's just easier. And it really, I don't know, I just find that it's more streamlined. So, yeah, it's super heavy, Athelian, totally. I bet it is super heavy. So how many would I typically add to a 3-volt battery? How many? Oh, so I will do, because these are just the little, see, they're the little coin cell 3 volts. So there's my battery. I should show those as well. These are just little thin coin cell 3-volt batteries. So they fit just into the battery packs just like so. Just nice and thin and everything. I usually will just do one LED per one coin cell battery. Just don't forget to turn them all on or off, Eric. Yeah, totally. Yeah, so I usually just do one LED per battery. You can do, so I'll show you this right here. Oh no, where did I had a, I had my circuit. I may have left it. Oh, here it is. So here is a circuit where I have done 2 LEDs on one. I just taped it because it was, I don't know why. I just taped it up just to be extra cautious that they were going to be fine. So, oh, there's something else I forgot to add to the material list too. Damn it. So yeah, I did 2 LEDs on here just to the one coin battery. Now, the reason is that usually I will, oh, hey, Pickle. Oh, Pixel, sorry. Again, we're not going to start this again. We're not going to do the pickles. But hello, Pixel. I'm so glad you're here. So yes, I did 2 onto one with one 3-volt. But the reason why I added resistors, so when I asked the electronics man at the store, he said that if I was just making a single circuit with one LED to one 3-volt battery, I didn't need to use resistors. That the single 3-volt battery was not going to be overpowering the LED enough that it was going to burn out. So I did not need to use resistors on there. However, if I was wanting to do 2 LEDs onto there, that's where I would put resistors in. So the reason why I wanted to do 2, and I'll show this to you, is that, again, I wanted to keep the thickness down, right? I didn't want to have really bulky things under my costumes, but I wanted to do 2 onto a wire and have it burn a little bit brighter. So what I did, oh, you can see it's like lighting up. I forgot to turn the switch off. Okay, so there's the switch off. So what you can actually do is you need to take a little bit of tape. You can take a second battery and you can lay it just on top if you want an even brighter thing. So now this is a 6-volt battery that is coming through to power the 2 LEDs, which is why you need resistors there. If you're doing a single LED with just going straight to the 3-volt battery, you can just connect the circuits as so. Oh my God, yeah, we lost chat. Okay, back on. We got this back on here. So I want you guys to see this. So you see 9 volts, but not 4.5 volts. So I want you to see, so we got the lights that are going right here. Can kind of see this one's a little, be a little sketchy. So there you go. So you can see sort of the brightness that these are right here. Now, I don't know. I need to like point it at something. Let's point it sort of at my face if I can. Now here's with the second battery in. Do you see that? 1 battery. 2 batteries. Do you see the brightness change? Because now I'm using 2 coin cell batteries stacked on top of each other to make a 6-volt battery charge instead, but that's why the resistors are needed. If you are just doing single LED to single battery, you don't necessarily need to pick up the resistors. I just like using the coin cells because seriously, trying to hide battery packs on a cosplay is a nightmare. When I did my Siren Gem costume and I had all of the EL wire strips, I had the biggest driver and battery pack that I had to like hang off of my back and try to figure out how to hide it, and it was a nightmare. So I like thin, simple, you can warbler them onto your costumes and it's good and done. Like you can even see with, it's gonna take this off for a second. So my Jaina staff top. Now, mistake. Here's a mistake that I made when crafting. I will tell you this right now. I put the battery pack inside the Warbler. So now I can't change the batteries. So these batteries have long since dead. But, which really, really sucks. But whatever. Anyway, doesn't matter. I should have, yeah, I do, Eric. I like things thin and single. Oh, so yes, yeah, totally. Flashlights. Now we're doing LED crafting stuff. Oh, thanks so much for the follow, XYRGN, Zyrgn. I think that's how you say it. So yeah, so you can see with my Jaina staff, I should have I was so stupid and I put the battery pack inside the Warbler. So now I can't change the batteries, that sucks. But if you can kind of see the bottom here, everything is so thin that even just through a PVC tube, I can have my switch. I shoved my battery pack up in there and out the other side, which sucks because now I can't get it out. But you can see that everything is just super duper thin and oh, it's so hard. The batteries are so faint now. They're almost dead. You can't even see it, which sucks. So you can kind of see. Can you kind of see that in the inside? They're like still kind of going a little bit. See what I mean? Oh. It sucks because I can't change the batteries anymore. But, yeah, so that's what I mean, that I like things to be thin and be able to come out. Free fall. Well, damn, how long has she been back? I had to completely shut it down and start. Oh, I've been back for a while. I'm so sorry, Free fall. I've been back for like a while. For good tonight, maybe I'll do ghost stories later this week. Yeah, maybe. That would actually be fun. I could do an IRL stream. We could like sit and read and I can use my teacher voice and be like, in a land far, far away. And then I bring like the voices in and stuff. So yes. Just Dremel the gem open. Stop. No, I'll never wreck this gem. Oh my god. Yeah, the mistake. Brad, you're waiting for that mistake to come up. Yes, I did make the mistake of putting the battery pack inside the Warbler. So to be able to get this off, I'm going to have to see where all these prongs are. I'm going to have to rip this entire bottom off to change the batteries. So this staff may not light up. But all I'm trying to prove is how thin and easy these products that I am using are for hiding, which makes it so much better for cosplay. Taylor Stone, quality entertainment, quality cosplay. Thank you so much. You're literally taking notes, Sparkle. That's awesome. I'm so glad you are learning. Yay! So glad you took a break from studying for your math final to go on Twitch. I'm so glad that you came and joined. I hope your math final goes really well. So we're kind of doing math stuff here, but yes, like sort of, but yeah. Oh, and Ernie, hey Ernie, what's up? No, you're not too late at all. We're still just going over all of this stuff so that you guys know in detail exactly what you're looking for. So you're not like, Googling on the internet and kind of like not understanding anything. So yes. Oh, yeah, sorry. I'm so sorry, Free Fall. Yeah, like it totally cut out and then everything. I'm also having a little bit of trouble with this one eye because I poked it with wire earlier and I like super stealthily held that. But I was like, wow, putting it in my face and it was like right into my eye. So I'm like trying really hard to like not go blind right now. I can see. It's okay. Anyway, I've already had one injury so far because that's cosplay, right? Yeah, you really didn't miss too much. We haven't even started, like, doing the soldering stuff yet. So there you go. So that's why I like to use tiny little 3 volts and, as well, the little the little switches. Everything should be small so it hides under cosplay well. The next thing that I want to talk about on my material list is our resistors. Now, like I showed you when doing multiple LEDs on a circuit with using a higher than a 3 volt battery, you will need to use resistors. Now, come on, makeup. Yeah, I did it this time. Awesome. And, oh, sorry for my fingers. They're completely filled with blue paint. So these are the resistors. This is the electronic guy at the store told me that these were the resistors I need. All resistors are color-coded. So this is a bronze, red, first bronze band, then red, then green, then red again. Now, resistors will do are used for different types of voltages that you'll have from your battery, as well as different types of LEDs. So like I had said before, the ones that I am using in this tutorial, if you are just doing straight LED to going up to your battery, you do not need to use a resistor. It will just link up just fine. You can throw a resistor in there if you are worried. Now, to find out all of this stuff, sorry, I'm just going, oh my God, my eyeballs sparkle. I know, right? You think that I poked myself at Billion? I know I did. I totally poked myself, and I was trying like really hard. I was like, oh, I was trying really hard to like hide it. There you just select on Amazon.com the battery type with the 3LR12 with the 4.4 volt isn't popular in the US and also pretty expensive. So these are, I'm not too sure about the 4.5 volt. I'm just talking about the 3 volt batteries. These are super easy to come by. You can order these in bulk. And these are Energizer that I actually went, because all my batteries are dead, clearly, like my Dana stuff. I just went to Home Depot today and got myself a 4-pack of these for this, right? Like they're super duper available everywhere. I'm just turning the heat down a little bit. Hold on. Okay. So I'm going to show you this right now. Probably want to use resistor still and adapt. It's just a failsafe for the LEDs. Okay, fine. We'll put a resistor in it anyways, Kate. But what I was told at the store was that the 3 volt LED, or the regular standard 5 and 3 millimeter LEDs are fine going through to a 3 volt battery, and I wasn't going to have any flame outs or any sort of burnouts. And I've done that before and it's been fine. But we'll just put a resistor on anyway. Oh, Eric, what does Eric even do? So let's see. Yeah, oh wait, you want to talk about working where everything can leave you behind crippled or dead? It's hilarious, yeah. Eric is a huge fabricator and prop maker, so I'm sure he's used that. Okay, so we're going to, here we go. So this is Ohm's Law. So this is some math stuff, and like, you guys know me, I am not the best with the mathematics. Oh, hey, Lit by Night, I haven't seen you yet. Thank you so much for the congrats on the affiliation. I totally appreciate that. Thank you so much. Yeah, so this is Ohm's Law. V equals I times R. So where V is voltage in volts, I is the current in amps, and R is the resistance in ohms. So example, find V when R equals 2.5 and I equals 1.2. So V equals 2.5 times 1.2 equals V equals 3. So this is what I'm saying about where these are usually 2.5. These are usually 2.5 volts LEDs, and so I usually just use a 3 volt battery. I'm a cosplayer, Jim, not an electrician. Totally. So yes, teacher night. I know, it totally is. So I've got the like Ohm's Law right here. I know, your weakness, Ernie, math. Okay, Ernie, math is my weakness as well, which is why I am trying to, oh, good for you. Lit by Night also got Twitch affiliate. I am so proud of you. Good for you. Yay. Yay, we all need to congratulate Lit by Night. Hooray. No, you're not too late at all. But yes, Ernie, math is my weakness as well. I am not a mathematician, which is why I'm trying to explain things in as best of layman terms for cosplayers as I can. So Ohm's Law is how you can figure out exactly what batteries to use and what resistors to use and everything. So these were the resistors. Also, if you are ever in doubt, just go to, hold on, I'm going to, oops, not my materials list again. There's my materials list again in case you missed it. So going back to the scene, if you are ever in doubt, there are calculators on the internet that you can just Google, and they can help you do the math yourself, or just go into the store and ask the electrician exactly which type of resistor that he would recommend you using in your projects. So I bought a ton of these resistors. This is what he recommended for me when I'm using 3-volt batteries. So definitely, oh, hey, Brink. Hello. How are you doing, Brink Assassin? We're making a chat. Hey, Adrius. Yay, Adrius is here. Hello. Welcome, welcome. So yes, these are, so these are the resistors that the lovely man at the store helped me and told me exactly what to get. So, like I said, you know, Ernie, you're like, math, my weak point. Yeah, mine too. We're cosplayers. We're not sitting here as engineers. So we are definitely trying to do this in as easy way as possible. Oh, thanks so much for the cheer. I'm going to have to now come to your channel and to do the cheers too. Yay, cheers. Said, oh, you gotta go back to work, Sparkle Stash. No, thank you for coming, though. Thank you for coming and joining. So much love to you. Have a good night back at work. Yeah, from Khan Academy. Thank you, Lizzie. There is the way to do Ohm's Law and everything like that. So those are our resistors. And then, oh, the couple things. I think that's everything that I've listed on the materials list, except for... okay, so there's a couple things that I totally forgot to mention, put in the materials list. Number one, oh, I need to go grab something out in the living room, like super duper quick. So number one is a wire cutter. Now, you don't have to get one of these. You can totally use scissors if you want, but I totally forgot to mention this on here. So this was really cheap also. This was only like about $5 or $10. And it has, if you can kind of see, if I'll focus it up, it's just focusing on my eyes. Okay. Makeup. We're doing like the makeup thing. There you go. Can you see that there's all sorts of different little teeth that are in there? Those are for multiple different sizes of wire. So you are going to want to, I'll show you once we start building a circuit, but you are, oh, hey, Kiri, what is up? Yeah, wire cutters, Athelian, are the gifts from the gods. What are those bits things? Oh, Andreas, I got to be the Twitch affiliate program. So they selected me to be a Twitch affiliate, which is really cool. So there's some little thing at the bottom there where you can, on my chat now or something, where you can like give bits or something. So it's like, I don't know, it's really neat. So it's just some like new thing, but I'm just really stoked that they think that my channel's doing okay and that they chose me to do affiliate stuff. So I'm pretty happy about that. Kane, holy hell, that's one fancy worker. Yeah, Kane thinks something of mine is like awesome. Yes, from the engineer himself in chat. That makes me so happy. Hooray. Oh, Kiri, you're not too late. No, you're not that late. You haven't missed too much. I've just been explaining through the materials so that there's no surprises when you guys go to the stores. If you're wanting to wire this stuff and you want to pick it up, there's just no surprises for you. So the way that this works is, as you can see, there's all these little circles for different gauges of wire that are in here. And there's actually a little, oh, this is actually perfect. So there's actually a little thing on the side that tells you the gauges right here. So this says 0.5 millimeters squared, 1.0 millimeters squared, 1.5 millimeters squared, 2.5 millimeters squared, etc., etc., and it goes up. Now, your wire, you need to expose your metal underneath of the plastic. So if you don't have one of these, this is okay. You don't need to do it. You can use the scissor method where you just gently put your scissors on. Can you see what I'm doing here? So I'm trying to show you. I'm just gently putting my scissors around it and going around the plastic. And I'm showing you this, and then trying to slide it off. There you go. So I put my scissors on like so. I put it around the plastic and, whoa, all over the place here. And see, it came off. Can you see that? See if I can do it up here. So there you go. So I was able to take it off with my scissor, exposing the wire that I'm going to solder. Now, I should be using green because I have more of that. Now, a easier way to do this, that the scissors, because sometimes you can cut the wire, sometimes you can cut the metal underneath, and that can be like a little bit frustrating. So with the wire cutters, all you need to do is you just need to find what gauge these wires are on here. You slide them in, do your length sort of out like there. You slide it in, press it on there, and pull, and it's off. Did you see how easy that was? It just, you know, pop it back up, and there is my tubing nicely taken off. And I know for a fact that without using my scissors, I didn't do damage to the wire underneath. Yeah, Lizzie, did anyone else shudder when I used the scissors, right? This is why this little like wire cutter is actually so handy. And with all of the multiple gauges, no matter what wire size you have, you've got a cutter for it. And I find it is so much easier. Hey, Ben, how are you doing? Nice to see you. Let's see. So, how am I? I am doing that really good. Sarah, if I did that way too easily, cut your arm off using the scissors. Yeah, it totally can, like, I don't know. The scissors, you can do it like I showed you. I'll do this again one more time. So I'm just going to trim it. You can do it with the scissors. It's fine. You don't absolutely have to have a wire cutter. However, I really find this so much easier. So you're just feeding it in to the gauge that it is going to be. So you just put it in there, sort of stick out some, close it, pinch it onto the top, and then all you do is just pull, and it strips it so easy. And you're not messing around with scissors, you're not messing around with cutting your wires or anything. And the last thing that I want to talk about is this stuff. So this black tubing right here is, so you use scissors, Galactic, you totally can use scissors. Like you saw, I did it with scissors, and you can use scissors. I've just had some stressed out moments where I have used the scissors to strip my wires, and then I've ended up cutting the wire by accident, and now my wire gets shorter and shorter and shorter. So you can totally do it. You can also do it with your teeth. I'm sure you can do it to 30. I'm sure if you wanted to use or a miter saw, yeah, maybe that's not the best, Eric, but maybe. Or you could use just like an X-Acto blade if you really wanted to. If for whatever reason you seem to not cut enough of the tubing and it seems to not want to come off, you can do the initial start with the smaller gauge cutter and then pull it off with the bigger gauge to pull. Yeah, totally, right? So it is definitely, personally, I just find the wire cutters are really useful. So the very last thing that I want to discuss before we actually start making our circuits is this is heat shrink tubing. Once again, this is incredibly cheap. You get this just at the store. I have 2 different sizes of heat shrink tubing. So this is thin, this is 3 and 32 inches, and this is 1/16th inch, and this is 3/32 inch. So heat shrink. Oh, hey, RPG Jesus, what is up? I'm so glad you're here. Yeah, don't use your teeth. I mean, you can, but scissors are great, but it's just, I just invest in a little wire cutter because I just find it so much easier and I don't risk it cutting myself or the wire. So what heat shrink tubing is, as you can sort of see, I need to just run it outside my room really quick. Oh, yay! Thanks, Kiri. And look, Kiri, look. It's doing things. Look at the action that's happening. Yay! Awesome. So yes, do you see that? It's all like, so it did the stuff. Hooray. So yeah, 3/32. Stop it, just great. My units of measurement are pretty so yes. So shrink tubing, be lazy and low budget like you're wiring, and use electrical tapes. You can totally use electrical tape if you want. I just like things to be as easy as possible. And I don't know, you can totally use electrical tape. You absolutely can. This was just cheap and easy, and I personally find that it makes a better bond. So where all of your edges are soldered here, this actually isn't electrical tape. It is heat shrink tubing, and I feel like it just protects it so well. So yes, it is. It's super fancy, but you can totally... Yeah, you can use electrical tape. That is fine. But I use heat shrink tubing, and that's just exactly what I use. Okay, so give me 1 second because I just need to show you this. I forgot one little thing. Okay, 1 second. I'll be back. Chair is here. Okay. So I am back. So, see, I'm wearing more TPS leggings. I totally am. I'm wearing like my super, I'll show you if you guys can see them. These are another, I don't think you guys have seen these ones yet. These are my other like robo leggings that you can kind of see. I think these ones are sick and they match with like my purple filthy casual shirt. So I love these leggings. These ones are some of my favorites. Okay. Yes. So, bye. Oh, bye to me. I thought Kane was leaving. I was like, no, Kane can't leave. He can't leave. He's so helpful. But, yeah, the chair was just saying, sorry. I'm sorry. You guys could have just, like, one stream just allowed with Chair Senpai over here. Okay. So, I'm just going to show you how this stuff works. I've got two. So, like you can see, I've got two different thickness of it. Like, say I do a little bit too thick of solder, or I've got multiple wires I'm bundling together, I use the thicker one. If my solder is nice and clean and it's thin, I'll use the thinner one, and I'll show you how this works. So, just cut a little piece right here. The one tool that I forgot was a lighter. So, I forgot to bring a lighter here. That's what I use to heat up my heat shrink wrapping. It's super easy. A lot of people just have lighters kicking around, so this is exactly what I use for this. So if you can see here, I'm just going to demonstrate right here. So you take the heat shrink tubing and you just feed it over top of your wires. See how it slides around like so? Yeah, fire. Just gonna light it all on fire. So you can see how it sort of slides around like so. So I'm gonna show you. Just take your lighter, and, okay, so let's just see, hold on 1 second. Okay, sorry, stuff just went over. Okay, let's see, so I'm such a filthy casual, I know, right? I love filthy casual, don't even go there. I love, 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 love their shirts. Okay, so yes. Oh yeah, you're real and you're not a pickle. Yeah, I know, totally, Andreas, you got my quotes. So you can see right here, so I'm taking this, and I'm going to try not to light my camera on fire, but all I'm doing is just heating it up. Just heating up like so, and if you can see, it totally shrunk. Let's try to put my hand up right here. So it totally shrunk all around my wiring. So yes, you can use electrical tape if you want. Can you shrink it with a soldering iron too? I really wouldn't put the soldering iron on anything but solder. It is extremely hot. Like it's really, a soldering iron is really, really, really hot. So I just use a super handy dandy lighter. Whoops! And I dropped it on the ground. No, I don't know where it is. Yeah. Okay, I got it. And you can go to the 7-Eleven and just grab a lighter there for $1. So, and so let's just see. So the moving of the tube was not suggestive in any way. So free fall was saying the tube. So once it's heated, it's the last step after soldering. Yeah, so it will not move around at all once it's heated and it bonds on there. So yes, it does. Oh, it works pretty well. It wasn't a question. I've never used my soldering iron on it. I don't want my soldering iron personally to touch anything except solder because that's what it's meant for. I like to use my tools meant for whatever. Oh yeah, okay, Brad, you can use a heat gun and it works too, but a lighter is much cheaper and handy. I guess you can use a heat gun on it too. I would expect that, especially knowing what I know about Warbler and how much to use the heat gun for sure, but I just find this so much easier and you can just boop, done. So I'll show you the bigger stuff as well. We'll just do a quick one, the bigger stuff. Again, because the width is bigger, it's fatter, you can solder, if you have a little thick part of solder on there that's like kind of, I don't know, like you just used a little too much, or you have multiple wires or whatever, you definitely are going to want to use the bigger, thicker one. So I'm going to just do a little cut here. I'm going to just cut this, I'm cutting this wire right here. I'm just wasting all of my wire, but it's fine. So I'm going to show you if I were to say have like, say you've, twisted your wires like so. Say you're doing a multiple circuitry or whatever. Handy dandy lighter. Whoops, you just clipped this. Yeah. Oh my God, I love it. Just great. Okay, so say you're like doing multiple wires here. Obviously, there wouldn't be the plastic on top. It would be just bare wires. But I'm just doing this as an example. Say you've done multiple wires. This fatter one goes over it, but the thinner one right here will not, it won't, you can see it's not fitting in as well. It's not fitting over it. It's just a little bit too fat for this. This one is nice and it slides right in on top of the wires there. So once again, I'm just going to show you a nice little example right here. So we got it. Just heating it up. And it's melting. There you go. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. So you can see see how it's like the black has formed now to all of the wires. So now it is heat shrunk onto our wiring. Again, like Kane said, you can use electrical tape if you want. That is totally, totally fine. So, you heard, folks, bigger and thicker is better. Bigger and thicker is better if your first thing is bigger and thicker. So there you go. As a reformed pyromaniac, you always have a lighter in your jacket and scare around the house. I have a lot of incense in the house and stuff that I use lighters for and whatever, so it's just tons and tons are there. So, like you can see, I have these nice little gems. I should not have just sprayed these today, but I did. I just sprayed, I cast them yesterday and I just sprayed my blue ones with my spray because I didn't use a resin dye, and they're still a little sticky. I should have let them go overnight, but whatever. So I'm going to be making some circuits for these lovely blue LEDs that you could have nice floating on your cosplay, Tyranda, something like that, nice little things. So I'm going to do some wiring to show you guys exactly how to get this up and going. So there's that one. See? Nice, pretty. Okay. So I've got to move. Oh, one more thing. I'm so sorry, guys. I am so sorry. My wires seem to be aluminum from your phone. Any reason why you took that over copper for cosplay reasons? Or, no, there is no reason why I chose aluminum over copper wiring. I chose them because they were cheap. I'm so sorry, Kane, but I did, because the aluminum bundles of wiring were literally the cheapest things that were at the store. It just said, he was like, this is just in stereo wiring, like totally fine, whatever, and they were cheaper than the copper wiring, and that's why I chose them. So that was the only thing. Okay, the magnifying glass place said, oh, stop it, Eric. Stop it, bad. I wasn't even paying attention. Okay, so, yeah, totally. I always try to do things as cheaply as possible. Aw, thanks for keeping our Ogden, Gunplay. Oh, SMJ, thank you so much for the follow. Entertain with your stream. Our group is being asked to leave Starbucks as they are closing. We tried to hop on a bit after the stream. Hilarious. You just at the Starbucks down there. That's so great. Yeah, so that's why copper wiring was in the store more expensive than the aluminum wiring, and I just went for the cheaper stuff. So, yeah. So the last thing that I want to talk to you guys about, this was actually on my materials list, soldering stand. So you can get these. This is the little bit more of an expensive item. This is my one sort of bigger ticket item on this list. So what this is this is a stand that has these sort of little clippy, they're alligator clip arms on them that help you holding your wires when you are soldering. So yeah, soldering stand, aka magic hands, is what it is called. Now this thing was a little bit more expensive than what I like to spend on cosplay stuff. So this was around $30 or $40. But it's so helpful. You can try to have other little things hold up your wires and stuff for you if you want, but this is just so helpful. So it has this magnifying glass on there. Like you can see, my magnifying glass is incredibly dirty, so I'm gonna wipe this off. Thank you so much, Lizzie, for the link right there. I can't remember how much it was, like just at the local store. Like I didn't order it online, I got it at the local store. Yeah, or the third hand. Thank you so much, Mokmo, for that. Yes, so this is like either the third hand or the magic hand. So it holds, let's see if I can show you this. So you place it on there and then it can hold your two, make it little hands. And it bends in all sorts of different directions. Like this. And you got, say your other little wire right here, like so. And you hold them up so that you do this. And do you want pizza? Yeah, go get pizza, Michael. Do it. Get pizza. So you can see, look it's holding... Oops, that one fell off. But you can see, look at the little hand right here. It's holding the little wires so that they go together so that you can have your hands free to hold your soldering iron and your solder. So you can go boop, 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 right? And you have something that is holding your wires next to each other like this little sort of robot man that it is. So it's not like an absolute necessity, but I personally find it really helpful and really easy. And then as always, we have PPE, personal protective gear. So I will be tossing my goggles on when I start doing the soldering. I have my dust masks, but because it smokes, normally I actually wear this bad boy. This is a 3M, like absolutely aggressive, it's a noise mask that is good for protecting against fumes and everything. It's like what painters use. So I'm going to put it on for 1 second, and I just want to know if you guys can still hear me when I talk. Okay, I'm just gonna hold it here for right now. Can you hear me speaking? Like, can you hear it over the microphone? Because I'm really curious if you can. So let me know if you can hear still, because if you can't, I'll have to take breaks of talking in this. Okay, so let me know if you can hear that. And yeah, you can still hear me. Okay, cool. Good. Awesome. Yeah, Bane. I know, hey? It's totally like Bane voice, isn't it? I'm going to destroy them all. It's kind of like my Bane. Yes. Okay, awesome. You can hear it. Sir Darth Vader-ish, whatever, that's okay. So, Athelian, where can you get one of these respirators? So you can get these respirators at any Home Depot. You can get them at Industrial Paints and Plastics that they have them there. So they're available at like Home Depots and Ronas and stuff for sure. The only thing that you will ever have to buy replacements for are these little respirator packs that click on and off. And when they get too full, like say you do a lot of sanding and stuff and they get way too full of dust, then yeah, like you'll have to replace these. I use these every time that I spray paint, every time that I do sanding and everything, because I want to be protecting my lungs as much as I possibly can. So yes. Yeah, I put all this on in high school. You just went for it, poisoning the teens. I know, like, I don't know. I'd like to be safe. Kane, if you have lead-free and if it's nicely ventilated, you don't need a mask, just don't intentionally breathe the fumes. Absolutely. If you are doing this outside, like, and you have, like, a workbench and stuff set up outside, you won't need a mask. But I am here in my tiny little cosplay room, and a lot of times I'll be cosplaying late at night, so I'll be inside the house, and I do like to use a mask just to be absolutely safe. Okay, Crusader. I think cosplay is your ally who merely adopted the cosplay. I was born in it, molded by it. Amazing. Yes, the Bane quotes with the cosplay. Way to go, Crusader, for coming in with the comment of the moment right there. Let's see. You're gonna have to hit up a better one. The Lowe's that you went to didn't even know what it was. Really? Okay, like, yeah. Go to Home. I know that they have them at Home Depot for sure. I don't go to Lowe's very often. I either go to Rona or Home Depot, so I know Home Depot does have it. If you have a Harbor Freight near you, you can get a respirator there, fairly inexpensive. Perfect free fall customs. It's amazing. I do know that they also carry them at Industrial Paints and Plastics because of all the resins and stuff that they sell there. They want their customers to be protected, so I do know that they have them there. For Aussies, awesome. Playing at home, perfect. Thank you so much, Kiri, for the link. Amazing. Lyndon, hey, I'm so glad that you're here. Okay, so and then the last thing that I do is I do gloves. Again, if you're listening to the lead-based solder, it is lead, and you don't necessarily want to be touching that with your skin, and you certainly don't want to be, like, doing it onto your skin and then, like, going and eating something, nom, 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 nom. Bad idea, because that stuff is poisonous. That's what the Mad Hatter is, right? Is that there used to be all sorts of, yeah, it was lead that was in hats, and so it made him go crazy. Okay, so let's do it. Let's set up a circuit. So the first thing that I'm going to do, I think I'm going to choose one. So, like, as you can see on the red ones, I already pre-added wires because I was planning on using these in a cosplay before. But I think I'm going to go for the blue just so I can do it from, like, first start, just prong sticking out. Okay. So I'm just going to move a lot of the stuff over. So I'm going to... Oops, sorry, I'm just moving all my things over so I can get started on doing my stuff. Okay, first off, just while I'm moving stuff over, yeah, anti-isms. Lead equals bad. That is right, Crusader. Gloves are also good for painting too, for sure. Lead on skin plus nom 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 equals bad idea. That is totally true. Okay, so I'm just going to go to this one right here. Says Holmes Law still, but this is the circuit that I did for both, just so you guys can take a little look at this for a minute while I'm just setting up my workstation. This is the circuit that I did for doing my double LEDs. I showed you that circuit before. We're just going to be doing a single LED circuit right now. So you don't necessarily need to use the resistor. So I'll just explain the diagram. The switch is the switch, obviously. The little lights at the top are the LEDs. The 3-volt thing that's right there with the plus and minus is the battery pack. And the little wavy mountain thingies on the side are the resistors. So I'm just going to be using one resistor. I wasn't actually going to be using a resistor, but Kane was like, just put it on anyway, just to make sure that you're doing everything that you can to mitigate everything. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to listen to Kane our resident engineer and make sure I'm doing something perfect. This is actually the stuff you know most about in all the tutorials I've done. That's awesome, Mokmo. Hello, yes. Oh, totally, Michael. We got a quotes by Andy page. We have a lot of them going so far. Chat has been really great on keeping it up. Yeah, gloves, everything everyone should wear, and that no one will actually wear. True enough, Kane, but I like to be as safe as I possibly can because I get super paranoid with this stuff. So I'm just selecting all my stuff. Okay. So there is the circuit diagram just up for one more minute once I kind of get everything out here. Just getting my resistor, perfect, and my switch. All right. Just great. Sorry, you may have already answered this, but what are these crystal things? Oh, they're little bits. They're like something. Okay, I'll go back. They are a thing that you can have on Twitch. This is a totally new thing for me because I literally just got affiliated yesterday. So I'm still not like totally sure exactly what they are. But you have them on Twitch and you can cheer and they make little things happen and the bits come up on the screen and it's just like super fun and crazy animations. So yeah, I thought that those are pretty neat. So it's just a new super cool thing that comes with doing affiliate. I was just honored because becoming an affiliate is like big dreams and I'm pretty stoked about that. Okay, so I've got I just want to make sure I'm selecting the perfect one. And I'm just going to put all my little electronic stuffs in here. Okay. And let's bust out some of our wires. So I need green, I need red. Oh, this is where they are all wound up in each other, and I should never have done this. Why did I bundle them like this? Whoa, that just like hit my eyelashes. Almost poked my eye. Aw, Satanic Healer, thank you so much for the follow. Yay, thank you. Let's see. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's just another way of doing donations. So, like, obviously, I've got my donation button, like, still below. But I also have bits. Or you can just come and learn. And you don't need to donate or do anything at all. I love doing this because I just love hanging out with you guys. And I love teaching so much. And so it's just like, I 100% do not expect anything on it except for just to hang out with you guys and have awesome nights. Okay. So I'm just going to get my wires out here. Just gonna grab a decent amount like so, because I just don't want to like take it's so much of it is wound up in this like stupid ball here. So I'm just gonna cut off some. Ugh, and it's all like just wound up. Aw, thanks so much for the follow, Brink Assassin. I totally appreciate that. Yay. Reverend Chat, 3 volts will always be enough to power up one LED. More than the one on the same line will most likely not be enough for 3 volts. Absolutely. So that's why I talked about layering up the 2 coin cell batteries, one on top of the other in here, and taking some electrical tape and putting it over the top. That will power 2 LEDs and they will be nice and beautiful and fiery and everything. However, you will have to like layer the double coin cells. I just still like it because it is still small enough, the battery pack, that you can hide it underneath armor. Super duper easy. Okay. So I have all of my wire here, so I'm just gonna like more neatly wound this up. She's ignoring our safety concerns. No, I know. I need to get those safety glasses on. I did not expect that. I did not expect to almost poke myself in the eye. Oh, as you can see, I have some wax paper just right here on my place so that sometimes you can have some of the like LED. Sometimes you can have some of the lead or the solder like fall, and you just don't want it to like go on your carpet or anything like that. It does solidify into metal like once it's not molten metal anymore, but it is definitely a, you just don't want to have a nice little cleanup. Have a good rest of the stream. We're off for bad ducks are in the building. Oh, yeah, right. I'm so stoked about that. Thank you so much, Brad. And so much thank you to the amazing donation, Brad, that you made earlier. I am so stoked about that. Like, I appreciate so much the goals, like, up and going. So thank you so much, Brad, for that. That meant the world to me. Thank you. I wasn't even on stream yet when Brad made this, like, donation. So I was super duper pumped. So thank you so much, Brad. That was awesome. And have a great night. I know. Let's see. Workday violation already. Okay. And then I'm just going to leave my little heat safe wires just right, or my heat shrink just right over here. Okay, so on my station right here, I've got my little dude, my little robot dude. Is Brad? Hi, Brad. Yay. Yeah, totally is Brad. I'm Canadian, got good health care, don't need safety glasses. Yeah, there you go, right? In Canada, we can get new eyes tomorrow. So I got my little coin cell battery holder. Let's see if I can actually, I'm going to try just really quick, if I can just a wee little bit. I just want to try to bring this camera in just a little bit closer. Everything that we're sort of doing in this one is kind of a little more detailed, so I want to try to bring it in as close as I can. So yeah, I got my little coin cell battery holder. I've got my little resistor right here. I have my wire. I'm going to start with, this just did not, so you can see all the paint there is not dry yet. I should have done this last night, but I just was too lazy. So yes, just reheat whatever metal falls on the floor and scoop it up with something should come off easily. Yeah, absolutely. That's why I do just some wax paper or parchment paper or something, just so that I can just ball it all up and throw it out later. So I'm going to do this one, my little blue one. I'm going to move that one to the side. And I'm going to get my extension cord real quick. Whoops. Upsy daisies. Hold on. My dress horn's on top of my extension cord. One second. Ugh. Alrighty. Oh, as I'm like sitting on an LED. Okay, I got my extension cord here. And I am going to plug my soldering iron in to heat up while I am just setting everything up. So there's my soldering iron. It's just gonna, just gonna chill. It's really light, so it slides around a lot. Okay, so I got it plugged in and it is just heating up right now, right over there. So it's hot, be careful. All right. Let's see. Oh, thanks, Adrius, for the cheer. Yay! Cheers! That's awesome. Thank you. See, it's fun. Look at all those crazy little things that are happening over there. Let's see. Warble leg, just reheat. Gets clip button ready. Sarah, Cyberman, guys, warble leg 3 bids back. Yeah, there you go. And you're still waiting for your new leg, just won't come quick enough. Yeah, there you go. That's right, I'm just gonna get the like cybernetic eyes. What was it a few videos ago? I like super burnt. What did I do? I burnt. I almost chopped my finger off. It was like, and it was so close. How much is 100 bits worth? 100 bits is $1. $1. Yay! Which is so awesome. So totally stoked. Yay. I can smell it. It's like starting to heat up. Okay. So before I get started into this, so I just want to show you this. This was pre-done before. Now, if you go back to my videos and go on my YouTube and stuff down there, I have all my videos saved to it. This is done with my resin casting tutorial. You remember I showed you guys these molds, my resin casting tutorial, how I made them using the paper fold method, and then I just sprayed some blue enamel on top of it. Now, during the casting process, you can kind of see right there, it's just the back of the gem. Okay, it's better on the side. I stuck an LED in during the casting process. Once it hardened, can you see that? Sort of on the side like that. Once it hardened, the LED is stuck into the gem. So that's how I insert LEDs into my gems. You can put it behind the gemstone. That's true. You can put it behind the gemstone. You can also put it, you could find little slots for it and stuff up and behind the gem. But I like to stick mine into the gems just so that it glows all throughout. Now, you could, I didn't do this beforehand, but you totally could sand down the LEDs on the top if you want beforehand so that they give a little bit more of a diffused look so the whole gem looks like it's glowing more so. Also, if you lay them down behind it instead of sticking them in, you can give a bit more of a diffused look, but I just wanted to do this quick and easy, super dirty. So, yes. Okay. So, I've got my LED here, and remember, I'm going to take my pen right now just so that I remember this. So, I'm going to start getting my gloves and equipment on. Actually, I'm going to put them on in a minute. So remember we had where did our batteries go? So remember we had our batteries. Here's the batteries up in here. So remember that the two prongs of LEDs were different sizes. So the longer one is usually the positive, and the shorter one is usually the negative. Sometimes they're the same, like Kane said, but for this one, longer one is positive and the shorter one is negative. So I'm going to write on my paper right here. I don't know if you can see it. Aw, Dr. Death, thanks so much for the follow. I appreciate that. Okay. So I'm just going to write right here for my own knowledge. The longer one is positive, and the shorter one, you can see I'm just sort of writing it down here. I'm writing it in gold, so you can't really see it very well, but yeah, I'm doing this for my own. Shorter one is negative. And then the second thing that I'm going to write down for myself is I'm going to decide. Oh, yeah, thanks, Val. That's awesome. Yeah, we're like, I got a couple followers tonight, so that's super duper awesome. Yeah, don't sand the LEDs too much. It can light if you sand it too much, but I just mean lightly sanding the outside. I've done it many times to make it a little bit more diffused. Just do it really light. Okay. So the longer side is the positive, the shorter side is the negative, and I'm going to decide that thanks so much for the follow. I appreciate that. I'm going to decide that the positive side is going to be red. Red, positive. Positive is like a red color. You know, red wire is going to be positive, and negative wire is going to be green. So I am just making these notes for myself so that when I start doing my circuitry and all of that, that I don't fuck something up. I don't mess. Sorry, I did not mean to swear. That I don't mess something up later. So, given that, I am going to cut myself off a decent length of some red wire. So I'm just taking this decent amount of red wire right here. This is going to be my first solder piece right here. I'm going to cut that of red wire, and I'm going to cut a decent amount of green wire, like so. They don't have to be the exact same lengths. I just want to cut a good chunk of each. Okay. The swear-ups are strong in this one. I know. I'm so sorry. It's because I'm so excited. Oh, yeah. Thank you, Kane. Thank you so much. Yeah, totally. Pranks, Assassin, Satanic Healer, and Dr. Death are all happy days. I love it. We got the, like, crazy, like, metal crew that's coming in here. It's like fucking it's like Metalocalypse, like Death Clock and stuff, right? Death Clock, Death Clock. So, yes. Yes, you do not want to screw it up. Okay, so I have my little note just for myself right here that the longer side is positive and red wire. The shorter side is negative and green wire. So here are my little LEDs sitting right here. So you can see I have them just sort of on the side here. I just wish this camera, I don't know if this camera can get in that much closer. So you can see it, it's actually like on the top here. I'm trying to really get it in as close as possible. Like maybe you can, sorry, I got it's on my little pole right there. Cause sorry, it's like right up in my view. Oh, I gotta move that. I'm gonna hit it on the head. Okay, I gotta still pull it up just a wee little bit. I'm sorry. But I wanted to, hey, the one goofer, it's not too late. Yeah, I'm on an F roll. I know, it's super duper bad. Lyndon asks, how much does a warble usually cost? Yeah, it's around an average of $100 a sheet-ish. But it's actually, okay, if you order it from cosplaysupplies.com, it is about $80 a sheet, but if you go and you get it locally, it can go up to $100 a sheet. But then if you are ordering multiple things on cosplaysupplies.com, it goes down and down in price. Okay, so yeah, Pacific Coast time. I'm on the West Coast. So I'm going to start off with the longer prong first, which is my positive side, which I have decided is going to be my red wire. So taking my handy dandy little wire snippers I have, or you can use scissors, of course, I'm going to just place it through into my gauge cutter, squeeze down, and, oh, shoot. I put it in the wrong one. I put it in the too small one. It just snipped it right off. Okay, I got to put it in the right one. Okay, putting it right in the right one. I put it in the way too small one. Okay, so we're just putting it in, and I just stripped it off like so. So I've got my first little end. So this one is going to be connecting onto so you can kind of see right here, this is going to be connecting onto the longer positive side of my LED. So I'm going to take the wire and just wrap it around it just a little bit so that it stays on there a bit while I am trying to solder. Come on. Start wrapping around a little bit. Okay. Okay. So you can see I've just wrapped it. Come on, focus. Aw, thanks so much for the follow. So can you see it's not totally focusing, but there you go. So I've wrapped the wire just a little bit around the one side of my LED. Now I'm going to take my handy dandy little claws down here. Aw, thanks for the follow, Edgar. I appreciate that. Let's see. What did Kane say? Oh, you're East Coast. No, I know. East Coast is fine, though. There's a lot of cool East Coast. Oh, thanks so much for the cheer, Adrius. These bit things are nice, but you're not a fan of... Oh, I can see it. So the bit things are nice, but you're not a fan of coming to desktop. Just going to drop them all and then continue on mobile. Totally. Yeah, but see, that's why I also have... if you do want to contribute, and it's totally optional, like, you don't have to do that. I love just being here and doing this for you guys, and it just totally makes me happy. But if you don't understand bits or anything like that, because I don't even really understand bits either. I didn't even have emotes last stream because I didn't get it. If you do want to donate, like, I do have my donation button down below, but totally not even pressured at all to do that. So this is just fun, a new little thing that they just added because of being an affiliate. So I thought it'd be cool just to check it out and try it. So yeah. You take a shot every time Andy says handy dandy. Yeah, totally. I say handy dandy and easy peasy lemon squeezy because that's what I say with the kiddos, especially the kindergartners, is easy peasy lemon squeezy. Oh, I love you long time, Sarah, if you gotta head to bed now. Oh, but it's good just to sit in the class and soak everything up. I am so glad, Sarah, that you were able to come and join. Okay, so I got my little arm right here that's holding my red wire attached to that. So now this is time for the gear. My soldering iron has been heating up quite a bit, and I'm just gonna, I forgot I'm wearing the bun today, and so this is just making this mask going on like a total nightmare. Okay, can you guys hear me and see me and everything? Yay! Oh my god, okay. Yeah, time to draft the rules for an anti-drinking game. Totally. Yeah, PPEE. Okay. Watching on cosplay helps you get into the groove while you're working at cosplay. Totally. I do that with streamers, like, all the time. So, yeah, you can hear my Bane voice going. I just want to be... What am I wearing that for, Chris Dash? I'm actually doing soldering using lead. I'm going to try doing the lead-free stuff as well. But it creates a lot of fumes, and it is lead fumes, and you really do not want to be inhaling that. Stop it, Crusader! I am not going to cook meth. Come on. Okay. So, it's just because I'm going to solder. And then I got my gloves on as well. So, I guess I can try. I've never tried the lead-free solder before. I've only tried the lead stuff. But I guess I can open this and try it. So let's see. I guess I can see how it works. When you get a new soldering iron, they recommend that you tin the tip. My tip has already been excessively tinned throughout years of using it, but it's just because it is brand new. So what you do is you take your soldering iron and you are going to heat up the areas with your soldering iron that you are going to place your solder on. And then on the heated up metal, you are going to place all your solder. Can you kind of see the smoke that is kind of coming? This is why the third arm buddy is super duper handy. Okay. Okay. So did you see that there was some smoke that was coming out there? So just going to do one quick thing just because there was a little bit of smoke. We just soldered our first one. 1 second. Just opening the door and airing out the room slightly. There's a window in here and it does not open. Okay. So, I'm just going to quickly try to, okay, my stupid bun, this was a dumb day for me to wear a bun. Okay, so just so I can do a little bit of explanation. So that, did you see the little puffs of smoke, right? You could see the little bits of smoke that were coming there. That can happen when you are soldering, which explains why I do want to be using my respirator and everything. So yeah, you saw a little bit of smoke, right? So the door needs grease. I know, couldn't you hear? It's like, it was very bad, but I just want to show you this. So our first side, and it's cool to the touch now, but if you can see, come on, focus. So our first side is soldered on. You can see the glob of solder and everything. I mean, it's not pretty. It's solder. It's not going to be like, you know, super awesome, like beautiful clean, but there it is. The first side, the red, is soldered on. Now I'm going to move on to the green, which is my negative, which I've written my nice little chart right here to remind myself. So I'm going to get my green wire. I'm going to trim it. Oh, oops. Put it in the wrong one. Okay. So I got my green wire. I took the little cap off. And now I'm going to put it around the other side. Yeah, the door swing. So it's like, Should start a door grease fun. Totally. Did you hear it? It was like, it was, it was pretty brutal. It was pretty, wobbly. So yeah, so I'm just taking it's really hard to do this. Like, I don't want to touch this stuff, but it's hard to like do the like minimal wrapping, like the little bit of wrapping around with, I gotta take these gloves off for 1 second. Just 1 second while I'm wrapping this other wire around, because I don't have the dexterity use of my fingers. So let's wrap this. Okay, so I got the green one all wrapped around. Whoa, whoa, don't go anywhere, green one. I'm going to use my nice little third arm just to hold it up exactly where I want it to go. Okay, so it's there. I got my little green one being held up by my third arm. I'm going to put my gloves and everything back on. Gonna get my goggles back on. Ow, my eyeballs. Okay, I'm gonna get my goggles back on. I poked my eyes. All right, eek, eek. I know, what does the door say? And that's why, ladies and gentlemen, no one wears gloves. I know, because it really is hard. Yeah, the doors go eek, eek, eek. Okay, it really, really is hard that you don't have the same dexterity when using gloves. You are totally, totally right, Kane. Except I do, ouch, want to use gloves when I am doing the actual soldering. So, hey Nicole, Nicole is here, yay! Hello, Nicole's here. Hey, CK Cosplay! You're Curtis, and you have to wear gloves all the time. The trick to wearing gloves is really tight ones, and so it's like a second skin. Yeah, these are just super cheap dollar store gloves that I got, but I really don't want the stuff to touch my skin. Yeah, happy times. They're doing soldering. Okay, so I have it all set up. The same thing again. I'm going to take my soldering iron, and I mean, this stuff seemed to work pretty well. So we're going to stick to using the rosin core solder and not the lead-based solder today, but I still want protection because there was some smoke. So I'm going through and I'm heating up the area that is, oh, I moved this. That was stupid of me. I moved that over. So I'm heating up the area that is going to be soldered. There we go. Okay, I think that should be good to go. Yep, it's good to go. So you could see there was still, if you could see really closely, there were still a couple little puffs of smoke that did come up. So you're getting the door. You're getting the door one more time. Okay. All right, one more time. Okay. There you go. Doors go eek, 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 eek. Okay. Ooh. So just taking this off one more time. And I'm going to unpin this. Bloop. And you can see that my 2 points on my gemstone, my 2 ends, my positive and my negative are both soldered on together. Okay, so I am going to now, because I don't want to leave this like this, like Kane has suggested multiple times, you can use electrical tape if you really truly want to, but I am going to use my handy dandy Awesemo heat shrink wrap because I love that. Do you guys remember the stream where the guy lit the house on fire and he put cardboard boxes on it as an attempt to put the place? Oh my god, no. I did not even know that happened, but that is wild. Okay, so I'm just going to cut some little, I don't know if this is, I think it may fit. I may have made my little blobs a little too fat, so that I may have to use the fatter one, but I'm going to see. So now you can see I'm just cutting off 2 pieces of my heat shrink tubing so I can protect it, because you have to protect every step of the way, because if you don't slide this on to protect it right now, you're going to start soldering other things onto these wires and then you will not get a chance to protect it. Aw, your feet keeps lagging. Oh, I'm sorry, Nicole. I love you so much. I miss you so much. We have to see each other soon. Okay. No, I cut these way too soon. I need my bigger, fatter stuff because I made big, fat little blobs of solder. That's okay. It doesn't matter. It's all, as long as it's connected together, doesn't matter if your solder are little, big, flat blobs. Okay. So I'm feeding this on right here, and it's going over top of my stuff, and then I'm going to do the other one. I got to get this away from my soldering gun. So I'm just feeding these on like so. So I'm feeding it on through the wire like that. And then it's, darn it. Okay, so mine just messed up just a little bit here, but that's okay because we're still back enough that we can do this. I got to do one more tiny little solder. I bent the wire too much when I was doing it, and I snapped it, and this is before I have the heat shrink stuff on, so I am just super going to have to solder these together, which is fine. If you make a mistake and break a wire, it is totally fine. You can just resolder it together, like I'm going to do right now. I'm going to put this on one more time quick. Ugh, in my arm. Yeah, I totally just bent and broke the wire. That is super annoying. Okay. I don't have all my stuff on. I know, don't judge me. Just need to do this like really, really quick. Okay, that should be fine. Don't judge me, don't judge me. I didn't have all my stuff on. Okay. Thanks to Fan Expo. You don't have to wait a whole year to talk to me and to learn something. Yay, that's so true, Lyndon. I know. Suiting up. No, it's not Overwatch code. Suiting up is, How I Met Your Mother. Suit up, right? You're just about to comment on the missing gloves and eyewear. Don't! No, RSS. Don't judge me a little bit, okay? I know. It's because I just did it really quick. I will put my eyewear and my gloves back on, okay? Once again, I'm just wafting out the smell of solder in here. Bring some fresh air in. Okay. So my wire, I just bent it a little too much and it disconnected, so I just had to add, I had to trim the wire a little bit more and just add a little bit more solder to it. So now I'm just feeding on my tube again. Door swing. Twitch staff, hide the memes, totally. I know, I'm so sorry. I totally squeaked the door again. Once there was a student who didn't wear goggles. Now she doesn't need them. Don't stop it. No. You always need to wear goggles and stuff. It is super duper important that you do safety and all of that. I just did this really quick and it was super bad because I was unsafe for a minute. No! Look at this stuff. It's all sticking to it because I did not wait for my stuff to be totally dry. Ugh. That's super stupid and annoying. Okay. And I'm just taking a wee little bit of the other stuff as well. I know, I should have waited for it to be dry. That's like really dumb of me to do that. So just while I'm just doing this, putting my heat shrink wrap on, I'm just going to answer some questions. You always need to wear goggles and stuff. I don't wear goggles. I know. I did wear the respirator, though, because the fumes is, like, what I'm worried about the most. How much solder did I use? Quite a bit there, because it detached, because I accidentally bent the wire a little too much, so I used a lot of solder on that one right there. Okay. So I've got my heat shrink wrap all right here on it. And so now I'm just going to take my lighter and I'm going to heat it and get the heat shrink wrap going on here. Perfect. Okay. So you can see I got my heat shrink wrap just around where my wires are. So that you can see the like fatter one where I had to add the extra solder because I bent the wire. That was annoying, but whatever. It's fine. It'll be just fine. So I've got my heat shrink wrap. My wires are nice and protected. So the next thing that I am going to do, I can work on one of two sides. I'm just going to go chat judging rate at 80%. Oh my God. Oh, LaModern, you're back. You've been in a lunch meeting. Yeah, you totally took the best time to come back because I'm actually doing the circuitry here. Just don't put the fire. Oh, no, it's fine. This is a lighter. Come on, guys. Like, you can use this safely. You're fine. Okay. I need fire protected clothes. I'm fine. I haven't lit myself on fire yet. I haven't just lit the house on fire yet. It's all good. Okay. So I can start on one of two sides if I would like. Oh my God. I got the gloves. See, the gloves are back on. No, you've missed the whole mask and everything. Yeah, yet is totally RSS is the question. But, no, you missed, like, the whole, like, oh, you got the mask, got everything Galactic Ed. You just land who Andy reminds me of. She cosplay Myra from Fallout 3 and Megatron. Oh, would I? I've got her look. Okay, that'd be sick. I'll have to totally check her out. Send me a link later. I would love to see that. Okay. It's just a little lighter, shakes lighter around. I'm fine. It'll be fine. Yeah, if you guys hear sirens in the house on fire, I'm like, oh my God. And I just gotta run. Like, you'll know that this is... Then on YouTube, it'll be like chat fails stream fails, and this will be exactly what happened. Okay. So, I'm gonna get my gear on. So you can start, I'm just pulling this over here. I can start with one of two sides I'm going to do. So on one side of my wires, I think I'm going to choose the green side. I'm going to attach my resistor onto that side. On the other side is where I'm going to do my switch. So you just want to separate them. You can choose whichever side you want your resistor or switch to be on. It really doesn't matter what side you choose to do them on. You could do it either, but I usually do red positive with the switch and green with the resistor on the negative side. Okay. So I'm just going to leave that there for now. So I think I'm going to start with the switch. So the way that the switch is, let's see. I'm just going, when I learned stop, drop, and roll, you thought catching on fire would happen more often. Yeah, totally. Next donation goal, rebuild the house. Yeah, for sure, after it gets set on fire. When you wear full fire protection and soldering, you need fire protection too. I know, totally. Oh, okay. Yeah, PPEE for cosplay. Yes, everything's fine. And I'll just get up and swing the door even more. Okay. So I'm going to do the switch so you can see that the switches have these little prongs on them. So you're going to need to take this wire that you just did. I think I used too long a wire in these first parts. Whatever, it's fine. Because I'm going to have to cut more wire. Whatever, it's fine. I like to have long circuits. That's okay. So you're going to solder one piece of... So you're going to solder, can you see this? You're going to solder one thing onto one of the little, you're going to solder the one coming from your LED onto one of the little prongs, and then you have to solder another wire coming off of one of the other ones coming out. So we're going to have to do a double solder right here. So it's kind of tricky. This one, I'll put that on after I do my wire stripping and everything. This one's kind of tricky because the areas are sort of so small and it's a little tough to heat shrink onto it. But the first thing that I am going to do is, actually I'm going to do a longer one. I should not have cut that one in half. You have to cut... So, like I said, you can use electrical tape. That is totally, totally fine. Yeah, gear on. Gear on is going to be on. Yeah, I know. Isn't it a cute little, like, sort of Lego-looking switch? It's small, but it's great for hiding under cosplays. Yeah, the Bob Ross emote. That is so sick. Okay, so you have to put your heat shrink wrap on first. Why first? Because, actually, maybe I should do, I kind of want to use the thinner one because I don't want to, like, I want this to stay thinner, but I needed the thicker ones. I don't know. Maybe I should do thicker. I'm going to do thicker. I'm getting paranoid that my thin one isn't going to be big enough. Okay, I'm going to do thicker. So you have to put the heat shrink wrap on first because you're going to be soldering your switch, right? And after you solder your switch, you're not going to be able to connect heat shrink wrap or anything to it because the switch is going to be on it. So make sure that you always remember to feed your heat shrink wrap on before you start your soldering. Okay, so gonna do the red. Gonna use the one part of the switch. I'm just trimming my wire again. You just invented a door swinging bench. I know, with a little like ee. Oh, Kiri, so your hubby recommended this. Perfect. Thank you so much for the link. Yeah, there is. There's totally gonna be some more door swinging in just a moment. It's because I just want to try to, like, air it out. Because even though I have the mask on and I'm not directly, like, inhaling the fumes, I can still smell it in here. So I want to just, like, make sure that I'm not going to, like, pass out in a second. Okay, so I just stripped the wire. Now, this is this is tough. The switch stuff is pretty tough because it is so small. And you don't... As opposed to other wires, like with your prongs of your LEDs, you don't really have an ability to wrap this around. So I'm going to have the little claw hold the switch. You can see my little claw man's like, hello, here's your switch. So he's holding my switch nicely for me. Thank you, my little helping hand man. Aw, thanks, Thunder Buddy, for hosting my stream. I totally appreciate that. Okay, so I'm just bending my little buddy so that... Okay, so the metal is almost essentially lined up on one of the switches, which is perfect. because I don't have like 2 wires wrapping around, I can't do that. Oh, Thunder Betty, thanks for the follow so much. So I can't wrap the wires around each other, so I just need to like lay the wire onto the switch like so. It can be kind of tricky, but this is where my happy little baby buddy robot man is super duper helpful. Okay, so look, guys, goggles going on. I am practicing what I preach. I got my goggles on. Got my respirator going on. Ow. Okay, it's on. And I am connecting it in the back. Yay, such excitement. Your type of girl can swing a door real good. Just great. That is just great to know. Gear on. That's right. We are gear on. Okay, so they are lined up very, very nicely. My little buddy man is helping me out like a lot with this. So I am now going to, oh, it's moved him just a wee bit. Okay. Think I got it. I think I got it. Okay, I'm just waiting a moment while it's cooling down just a little bit. All right. Thank you, little buddy. So, can you see this, chat? Can you see? Ugh, come on. Can you see? It's on. All right, it's getting harder and harder for me to show this. Okay. There you go. So you can see I soldered it onto one of the little prongs. My little buddy was super helpful. Also, I totally forgot about this, but I totally should have tested whether or not my connection to the LEDs itself worked before. So I'm going to try and do that now. Just like really, whoa, soldering iron almost fell over. Okay, I'm going to try to do that really, really quick right now. Okay. Oh, come on, bud. Why you do this to me? Okay, there we go. All right, look, see, can you see? Look, it's lighting up. So my connections on the LEDs right here, on the LEDs in there, are fine. They're good. I should have tested that before I did the switch, but whatever, it's okay. Okay, so I got my one side of my little switch, and I think I'm going to heat shrink it after I do my second one. So now I need some more red wire that is going to come out the other side of the switch. Yeah, we totally have light, so it's good. It's working, right? Like, we're getting there. You burnt your hand on a soldering iron and it hurt like a bee. Yeah, like a bitch that already. It does. It hurts really bad. Really, really bad when you burn yourself. Okay. So I just got my next little bit of red wire cut out, which is going to go on one of the other little doodads of the switch. So, just grabbing my things. Okay. So I'm just going to put it on one of the other little prongs. The switch has like 3 wires that you're able to connect, but I'm only doing 2 right here because of the nature of my setup. Yeah, placing bets that the soldering iron will burn something. Maybe. Oh my god. Wince a bit with the placing the iron and the wire stripping. I know, it's okay. It looks like my hand is way closer to it than it is, but it's like actually quite above it. But yeah, so it's, oh my god. So it won't. You'll chug a beer if I do. Stop it. Stop predicting I'm going to burn myself. I'm like hoping that I totally don't. Okay. Doing our best. This is why I got all the personal protective gear and everything. All right. So I don't need to do my little, I'm going to cut the other end too, just while I'm at it. I should have cut all my wires first, but that's fine. Okay. Ah, you mother. Stop it. Just stop it. Okay, there we go. So I got my little wires done. Okay. So I can put my heat shrink on after. I totally should have done the thinner heat shrink because this was just like totally small. Oh, Makeup Macabre is hosting me. Thank you for the host. It's awesome. Okay. So once again, I need my little hand, my little like crabby handy looking thing to hold this. And I'm going to spin it just a little bit like that. And then I need this bud to hold this one. Just gonna bend my wire slightly, and I'm trying super duper hard. You should be looking through the magnifying glass at this, but I actually find looking at it in person is better help for me, but you can look through the magnifying glass. So I'm just having to try and position this as best as I can, touching it on top of it. Just a little touch. There. Perfect. It's lined up well. Okay. So getting my buddies out right here. Whoop. So it's lined up good. Oh no, my goggles are not on completely. Okay. Okay. So got my goggles on completely. Got my mask on. And need more protection. Aw, thanks, Lyndon, saying that I have faith in being fine. Am I using chemical weapons and soldering at the same time? No, but when something is lead-based or emitting fumes, it is very good to keep it possible. Lead, after all, is poison, and it is poisonous. That is also why on soldering stuff, you have a little skull and crossbones and a corrosive thing on there for your hands. See? Danger. So it is good to be as protective as possible, and you definitely don't want the fumes. You're getting less and less impressed with the wire cutters. Shut up, Kane. They're good. They really do. They work. I find them easy. You know what? I know they've been actually failing a little bit tonight. Fine. You get less impressed with the wire cutters, okay? It isn't poisoning. Lead absolutely is poison for you. Like it is. Lead-based solder, if you were to eat. Oh, thanks, Makeup Recovery. You haven't caught one of my streams in weeks. If you were to, lead is poison for humans. So yes. It still seemed nice when I first showed it to you. Yeah, no, lead is just not good for you. And inhaling fumes and stuff is not good for you. It's like you can spray paint and stuff, right? Like you can use a can of spray paint and be totally fine, but inhaling the fumes of spray paint is not really good. So, yeah, you like the little spinning rabbit address from people. That's awesome. Okay. So, just gently doing this guy right here. Ugh, this one's trickier because it's on the inside. Okay, this is moving further and further away. Come on, buddy. Okay, I think that's got it there. To leave it for a minute, so the little bits of smoke. Oh, Aura, time to disappear, work in the morning. Good night, Aura. I am so glad you came and you joined. Okay, is it time to do lurk mode audio and audio only? Here I come. Okay, thanks, Adris, for coming and stopping by. It is always amazing to see you and everything. So, yes. Okay. Yeah, could use a full body protection suit, Argyle. I know, totally. But yeah, I always practice safe art. So it's something that I just totally prefer is to always practice safe art. Okay, so I'm just going to take this off for just one moment. Because I just want to breathe a little bit. It's all stuck on my hair, on my bun. Ugh, annoying. Okay, so perfect. So my little doodads are nicely stuck onto my switch. Whoops, it's falling. Stop. Okay. Can you see that? So they're soldered onto my switch. So I'm going to take this one and just feed this down here. Like so over top. And then I should have done the thinner ones. I could have totally gotten away with the thinner ones, but oh well. Okay, night, Adrius. Yeah, night. Oh, you're amazing. Yeah, lead is especially damaging to the brain. Totally CK cosplay, which is why we're using as much protection as possible. Okay, so I've got my little heat shrink wrap that I have, you can see, fed over top of this. And I'm just going to take my lighter one more time and heat these up. Ugh, I can't even pull the lighter with the gloves. This is really annoying. Okay. Stupid lighter. There we go. And the other side, heat shrink wrap. Okay, GG. So we got our heat shrink wrap. It is over top of our switch, and that's all good. So our switch is nice and set up in there. So we got a little, so our little on off of our switch, and our switch is all perfectly set. So let's move on back to the green side. So I was straight up just going to, moving this stuff out of the way. So I was straight up just going to solder it directly to the battery pack. Let's see. Sorry, just going back to the thing. Chair Senpai, until next time, totally Adrius. Let's see. Best part of this is you school in like 6 hours and you'll be learning pretty much the same thing I'm currently showing, just on a bigger scale. Perfect. And Kane, you've been more than helpful in this chat. Like so helpful. Still need a P.O. box address for this. Oh, I can't even, the Russian gas mask. I can see what the title is. Crazy. That'd be so sick. Have to ask Andy, in your cosplay travels, have I ever met Yaya or Jessica Negri? I'm very good friends with actually both of them. Yaya and I have been to a lot of cons together, and I've been like, met her at so many different cons, and we actually do, this past summer was super fun because we were both guests at Anime North and at Fan Expo Canada, and so we do pajama room service times in the hotel rooms and stuff, where we just order a bunch of room service and pig out and chat about life and stuff. And then Jess is a wonderful, wonderful person. I've actually done 3 group cosplays with her before. I've done the Battle Disney Princesses, the Battle Sailor Scouts, and the Valkyrie. So we've done a lot of cosplays together. She is a wonderful person. Every time I get to see her at a con, is this, it's amazing. She's a good friend, like wonderful, wonderful people. So yeah. Yeah, I do live in, I do live in Canada. For sure. Yes, in Canada. PJ room service times. Yeah, totally, we do. We get in our PJs and we do room service and just chat about things. Yeah, he's a really wonderful person. We go out for dinners and get ice cream and stuff, so it's like really awesome to always get the chance to see her at cons. Okay, so like I said, I was just going to connect this to the battery pack, but Kane was suggesting that I should use my resistor, so I am going to put my resistor in there. So just to be extra safe, just to make sure that everything's all good, I'm going to put my resistor in there. Okay. So I'm just cutting a bit more wire off that I will use to attach then to the battery pack. I made way too long of wires on this one, but whatever, it's fine. Okay. I totally did, though. I did not need this much wire. Okay. So I'm just going to trim these up. You gotta get them to come to KFX. I wish they would come to KFX for sure. It's really hard though for people to travel like internationally for a one-day con. Just because like they're, you know, the time that it's taken them to travel is actually quite a ways. And when it's only a one-day con, it's kind of tough for them to travel to that. So like I don't know. See, Kane, look, that worked flawless. So I don't know if I would travel to the States for a one-day con. How many ohms resistors do I use? I hate to actually say this in my stream, but I bought these about 4 years ago and I cannot remember. But just telling you guys that there are charts online, so ohms are judged, resistors are judged by ohms, and on the resistors, there are these bar color codings that will tell you exactly what the ohms are of the resistor that you're using. So the bar color coding that I am using is gold, red, green, red. Or if you've got red, green, red, gold. This is what they are. So that is, I feel so bad that I don't know this, but it definitely was, sorry, I'm just looking for something here. But it definitely was just so long ago that I bought them that I totally forgot. So I feel really bad, but yes. Marn, here, Modern Con is coming up in Australia. It's a month long if I'm interested. Oh, Modern. Oh, behave. You silly goose, you. Have I ever considered the Art of DH? Hi, have I ever considered using NeoPixels to light my costume? No, I don't actually know what a NeoPixel is, so I would love some information on this. I'm just giving really basic tutorials of stuff that you can find to bump up your costume with lights, but you can get it for really cheap in a local community. So yes. Okay. Exactly what I had in my hand, exactly what I had in my diagram. Oh, okay, perfect. Yeah, so then, yeah, okay. Awesome. So there you go. No, I just recopied the diagram off. So, see, Kane, did you see? Yeah, totally. Look at that one. It cut so well. Oh, NeoPixels powered by Arduino. Yeah, I have totally thought about using an Arduino system in my stuff for sure. But that is like super duper next level, like wiring and programming and everything. This is a very sort of basic tutorial about how you can get your costume to glow by getting things for like under $30 at your local store. So it's a very, we're doing sort of cosplay 101 shows here, and maybe in the future I'll actually experiment with that stuff and kind of be able to get into detail. Yeah, people usually won't travel for a one-day con. If anyone knows Papa 2 Cosplay, she recently moved to Vancouver and did make it to KFX this year because of that. Yeah, totally. She was there last year, and like, it's hard when it is only a one-day con. Thank you, Kane. Oh, Lizzie, you're heading off, Andy. Great chat, getting super sleepy. Yay! Well, I'm so glad that you are. We're able to come. I, just catch the rest of the stream in a bit. Lizzie, you are always amazing, and you were so great, with providing all of those links. That was, like, absolutely perfect. Yeah, Lizzie, the link bot is leaving. We're totally lost. You were wonderful, Lizzie, with providing that. And yeah, you could totally get lit for 30 or less. Just great. Right? Good show. Okay. So, I am just going to... So, I'm just taking my resistor and I'm just wrapping it around my wiring that was right here. Because I'm going to be... It's easier to do it with these guys because I'm going to be soldering it on. Okay. So, I'm going to just... Oh, I almost screwed up. Almost forgot this here. I'm going to cut my heat stuff. I guess I probably could have slid it over the resistor. I think I can still fit it over. Ooh, not the little guy. Ugh, whatever. Okay, I'm going to use the big guy. But I like to put them on first just in case, for example, the solder gets too thick or something like that, that it won't work too well. So I'm going to just slide this on before it's gone over. Now I've got my little helping handaroos, holding that up for me. Time to get the gear back on. And got my gear back on. And my googles back on. Electronics is one of the things everyone should learn just for the money that they'll save over buying already made. Yeah, totally. Doing this all yourself will be cheaper than buying LED Christmas lights if you want to put them in your cosplay. Like, it really is to do it just yourself. So it's definitely an easy peasy one to do. Okay. So got my soldering iron out, got my solder, and I'm going to start by heating it all up. Okay, you can see a little puffs. There's used a bit more there. There was a little bit of the smoke. Okay, so got one bit of my resistor soldered right there. You can kind of see, oh, it's just bouncing around a bit, but you can kind of, oh, stop it. Ah! Sorry, because it's starting to get super bouncy. Okay. It's just not, the makeup tutorial stuff is live. So you can see it, there you go. So I got one side of my thing soldered there. See, this is why I'm doing these shows and teaching this stuff and whatever, is because I learned how to do all of this by myself through the internet, and there wasn't really very many easy tutorials out there. So this is where I'm just trying to show you exactly how easy it can be. Okay, so taking my next wire here, and I'm just going to wrap it around the end right here. Awesome, got it right there. And just gonna hold, I'm gonna hold it from, gonna use the other arm. Just gonna hold it from this end. So it's this right there, perfect. And get my solder out. I'm ready for a nuclear attack, Rick Robot Maker or solder joint, either one, totally. You ask yourself, when I wear so much safety stuff for this soldering, what she'll wear outside the house. I know, but I just like, I don't know. It's, okay. I could totally do this without having safety gear on, but then I wouldn't be a very good teacher now, would I? It's so proper. It's so important to just sort of advocate as much teaching stuff. It's like kids. When you're teaching them how to, like, you know, cross the street, you tell them to look both ways. When you're an adult, half the time you just run across the street and don't check for cars. And, you know, 99.9% of the time you're not going to get hit by a car. But it is important to practice safety and to practice, like, proper stuff. Okay, CK Cosplay, good night. I am so glad that you're able to join. Good night, night. Thanks for the education tonight. Catch you next stream. Heading off. Thank you, Just Great. You have been wonderful. Okay, so I'm starting this last joint right here on my resistor. Perfect. GG, got that all going. And there you go. I got my resistor attached on in the center. So that's just what this, you can barely see it, but there it is. My resistor is on. So once again, I'm just going to take my heat shrink wrap right there. And, oh, no, not. It's bad to use the lighter with the gloves. Okay. Got it. Heat shrink wrap. Heating it up over that and just protecting it. Good, good. And taking some other and putting it onto the other side. feeding it down and putting some heat shrink wrap on the other side. Yay, it's all heated, it's all perfect. Good. So you can see, got my heat shrink wrap, my nice little resistor right there. I bet I could have covered the resistor with the heat shrink wrap, but I like having it out just, I don't know, in case. Okay, fine. Oh no! It's okay. Oh no. Oh no. Okay. Okay. There we go. We're okay. We are okay. So like I said, okay, door has to be opened. So okay. So, I know. Oh my god. I know. Yeah, you've soldered tons of times without using safety stuff and you look perfectly normal. I totally just dropped the soldering iron. It's okay. That smoke was a plastic bag that I had on the ground and I hit it. Oh my god. Okay, so it's okay. But that's how hot it is that I dropped it. And I have this plastic bag right here and it just like melted it instantly. So soldering iron equals hot. Okay. Oh, I should have taken the battery out of this. I'm just taking the battery out of this one. Okay, so the final thing and the final step that I have to do is take this off. Oh my god, everything is fine. Everything's fine, guys. Don't worry, everything's fine, okay? It just fell and it hit a plastic bag and the plastic bag started burning on it and smoking. You were trusting me, Kate. I was doing a good job and it just slipped, okay? It's because this holder, this thing, to be honest, is crap. Look at this. It's wobbly and dumb and it doesn't hold stuff, okay? So this thing has been crap, but I was doing a good job, okay? I was trying to do a good job. Yeah, shit's going down soon, totally. This is why, no, okay, fine. You guys, I know everybody's getting so bent out of shape about the soldering and the PPE and the protected personal equipment. I like to use as many cautions as possible and I use safe things. That's just how I like to do it. Oh, night, discreet. I'm so glad you were here. Oh my God, yeah, the stand is trash. Once I get my 3D printer stuff figured out, I would totally have to 3D print a new stand. A poor work woman blames my tools. Stop it, Modern. It was the tools. It was the bad stand. But yes, I know. Okay. Like, yeah, you show up in their smoke, Stu, first. Totally. You just came into the wildest part. So yes, I know, and everybody's like, you can totally solder without gloves and without masks and without eyewear and stuff, but I just like to be as safe as possible. That's who I am, and that's how I am. So yes, I like to be safe and wear as much protective equipment as I can, but that's just me. You don't have to follow my example. You totally don't have to wear my stuff, okay? Alchemy. Oh, so the usual, yeah. You have faith, guys. Relax. Thank you. Lord, even pro tip, get a piece of wood and solder on that. Won't really help if it goes up the table like that, but it's nice for reasons. Okay, perfect. I'm sure that if the soldering iron hits the wood and it burns the wood, it's not going to smell in the same acrid way that plastic would. So, spontaneous combustion, I'd say in about 10 minutes. Yeah, you could use a metal plate as well. Rick Robot Maker, that is totally a great idea. Yeah, spontaneous human combustion. I'm kind of spooked about spontaneous human combustion, to be honest. I think it's like kind of freaky. Okay, anyway. So now I am attaching the battery pack right here. So the one with the little arm, so you can see there's this little arm in the inside that holds, that holds the battery in place. See, this is the one that I attach. It comes out and it's got this little prong that comes out at the bottom. That's what I am attaching to my red wire. And then the green one is just a little prong. It sits on the top right here on this inside. You can see, oh, I wish I would focus. See that metal thing on the inside? And then that prong comes out here. That's what I am attaching to my green wire. So again, these are just weird little pokey metal bits are coming out, so I'm not going to be able to wrap the wire around. It's going to be the same as the switch, where I'm just going to have to lay it on and use my arm to do the best. Freefall, do my thing, use my PPE. Thank you, Freefall. I want to use my safety. Friend of mine almost lost an eye because his nail gun misfired a single shot and he wasn't going to wear his goggles. And see, it can happen. Sometimes things can happen. Okay. So I'm going to just, oops, I dropped my battery holder. So this is the final step in our LED gem circuit. I obviously used like way too much wire for this. I should have just used shorter, less wire, but whatever. Okay, so this is the final step in our little circuit right here. So I am going to put my heat shrink wire on already because I won't be able to get it on before, and then I'm going to have to like make the hand thing, my little hand man right here, hold the little cap like so, and this little arm right here. Oh, hello from Montreal. Hello, Montreal. How are you doing? Hello. Okay. Oh, yeah, I know, right? That was pretty bad that I dropped it and the smoke was going. That was, not gonna lie, that was really stupid, but whatever, okay. Okay, no sound call from the last follow. Oh, no, did it not? Oh, no, I'm so sorry. I just missed it. My eyes were down. Oh, Bittersweet. I can see Bittersweet Echo. Thank you so much for the follow. Oh, I'm so sorry. Hello, Montreal, though. I'm so sorry. I've just had my eyes down for a second. Okay. Okay, so I'm trying to have my little arm hold it. So you saw the little prongs on the bottom. It's kind of tough because once again, it's like the switches where you can't really wrap it around. You just got to sort of lay it on top and then get the solder on there. Okay. So once again, I'm putting on my equipment because I'm a nerd and I like to be safe. Okay. And my googles. Ouch. Maple Mantis calling it a night. We'll see me at Northern FanCon. Can't wait to do my workshop. Bye, Maple Mantis. I'm so stoked for next weekend in Northern FanCon. It is going to be so amazing. So I am totally pumped. I will see you next weekend, Maple Mantis. Hooray. Quebec for the win. Francais for the win. I'm not the best with my French, but I try. So, merci pour être ici avec nous et fait le cosplay. Oh, thanks, Modern! Your regular donation for emergency medical support. That's exactly what's happening with stuff lighting up fire. Thank you for my emergency support donation. That is to get all my skin grafts after I burn all my skin off. So I tried, Montreal. I really tried. So being Canadian, I've learned a bit, but definitely no pro French speaker. Okay. Where's Northern FanCon? It's in Prince George, Eric. It's so sick. I'm a guest there next weekend. It's so great. Okay, so doing the last of my little bits of soldering that I need to do. This part I always find a little bit tricky. Okay. got that one. Just waiting for it to cool for just a second. Okay, so I got the first one on. And now I'm going to have to sort of flip this over. Hold this on this side, like so. And grab the other side here. Prince Albert, $20 should cover it for the skin graft. Je suis pamplemousse. That means I am a grapefruit. So very good, Eric. Good French learning. See, now we're learning languages in here. All right. Okay, and then again, I'm using my little arm buddy guy to like hold all this stuff to line it up. Oh, no. Almost forgot. I'm an idiot. Almost forgot. Let's not be dumb here. Almost forgot my heat shrink wrap. Gotta put it on first. Okay, line up. This is the last connection that I need to make. Okay. And then our stuff is done. Okay. Oh, it moved. These are the toughest parts because there's nowhere to wrap the wires around. They just need to like be next to it, and then okay, this should be good. Waiting for it to cool just a minute. All right. Ich bin ein Ananas. Is that I am a pineapple? Or is that right? Did I get that modern? Is that right? And you're not an idiot, don't say that. Oh my God. Sometimes I can be. Merci beaucoup. Oh, merci beaucoup. That's as good. Merci beaucoup. That's as good as a Texan can do. Totally. It's like got the sort of Texan accent up in there. Okay. So I now have my battery pack soldered on. You can kind of see that. Trying to focus it. Can you see this? Oh, come on. Okay, whatever. My battery pack's soldered on. Okay. So I'm just feeding my heat shrink wire up and over my solder joint points so I can heat it and make sure that, oh, once again, I'm going to take these off. Okay. So I did my heat wire, just heated it. Nice, it's on there. All right. So there you go. I got my gemster. I used way too long of wires. That was dumb. I did not need this much wire, but I mean, I don't know. I used way too long. But there you go. I got it on. Now, I'm scared. It is the moment of truth. Did everything that I do work, or is it screwed up? Oh my God. Okay. No, it's not working. Something went wrong. No! I can't believe this. Why? What could possibly be not working here? Oh my God, I can't believe that, but I don't understand. I don't know what stopped working. It was working before. I should have tested it at every step. Oh no, it sucks. It totally sucks. It's so brutal. Oh, shut up, Kane. Seriously, though, I tested it at every single step. I don't understand what wouldn't be working here. Okay. Give me 1 second. We're going to try one more thing. Okay. Yeah, I just don't get it. Why wouldn't it work? Oh, no. Okay, I'm going to try one more thing here. I'm so sad. I am like so it might be the switch connections. Do you think it is? Time to get the multimeter out. Looks like it's an all-night stream, kids. Oh, stop it. Try connecting it to a potato. Just pull out the damn multimeter. Time to get the multimeter out. Oh my god. Okay, well, it's out there. Just give me just a second. Okay. I should have done this before, so one quick test. Just gonna take this one off. I can't believe it didn't work. I'm so pissed. Stupid clippers. I'm so pissed. I don't know what went wrong. Okay. So one quick thing I'm just going to try. Okay, so this is the problem. I figured out what it was, guys. I fixed it. Okay. So these right here have a positive and a negative, and I accidentally connected the positive wire to the negative wire slot. Do you understand what I'm saying? So this thing actually has a way that you're supposed to go. So you can see I just clipped that off, and I was just like, I don't know. I was just kind of guessing for a minute there based on my previous ones, and I think I did the different wire colors. So you can see that it does light up, and my nice little switch, look, switch, 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 switch is working. So it's fine. It was just the stupid battery pack thing holder that I did it wrong. Okay, let's try this one more time, and I'm going to get another battery pack holder and just do it. Thank you, Kane. You were totally right. Oh my god. You feel like Clark Griswold's mom and Chris's vacation. You can visualize the lights, and this one looks good. Totally, eh? Oh my god. Obviously everybody watched that at Chris's time, but yeah, that's exactly. Okay, close enough. Yeah, you got it. You got it. Go. Kane was on top of it. Okay, so I'm going to redo this. Because there is actually a positive and a negative side to this, but I totally screwed that up and put them on the wrong sides. So, we're going to do this one more time. Okay, so red needs to go on this one, and green... Oh, that one's bent. I gotta grab a different one. Stream saved! Yeah, modern. I almost got like so upset for a second there. I would have cried. I almost got real sad. Okay. Got it. So, FYI, my LEDs are not burning as bright because I did put the resistor in there, which was Kane's idea. But you can still now double up batteries to make it go even brighter. Okay, so before I had inside prong as red and the outside one as green, and I super need to flip that around. So the outside one here, oops, this bad boy right here on the end there, this one, needs to be red, and this one needs to be green. Okay. So I kind of guessed before, which I shouldn't have. But there you go. Stream rejoices! Yay! Hooray! Oh, Emojino, how you doing? You're Italian and whatnot. Right out! Right on. That's awesome. Hooray! That's so great. 10 to 10 works. Yeah, good job, mods. Way to go. Stream rejoices. I could have used 480 ohms resistor. That's about the optimal for LEDs. Yeah, I totally could have. So, but it's okay. I wasn't even going to use the resistor at all. Yeah, but it was because, Kane, you need to remember, I was initially doing 2 lights connected to 1 battery pack. That's why I got the higher resistor. But it's fine because I wasn't even going to use a resistor, and this is perfect. It's just for stream. It's just showing exactly like how to do the circuitry and everything. No resistor at all is hardcore. Yeah, totally. I was going to do no resistor hardcore, but Kay was like, you should use a resistor. So I did. I listened to our resident engineer up in here. Okay. So first things first, I'm going to just pin this on here. And I'm going to do... So I'm just going to grab this right on the side here. And we're going to do... So I'm just going to switch this around. I'm going to look at this one more time. Okay, yeah. So red here, okay, so I'm just doing this one more time. Oh, I thought I was done, stream. I thought that I was done. Damn. I was like, yay, finished circuit. And then it was like, no, no, no. You dumb thing. Just putting my heat stuff on because I totally just forgot. Okay. One more time. And just trying to line these up one more time. This is why I hate this one, because the lining up sucks on this one. Just gotta place it like next to it. Okay. Back on with the stuff. Boo. That's a spirit. WTs. Talking already to me. God. Way to go, Kane. You burned out a lot of LEDs back in the day. Yeah, no, resistors out. Totally. Resistors help them not burn out, but... Ow! That almost hit me in the eye. So, when the safety gear, like, attacks you, what do? Damn it. Ow. I do not have good luck with safety on this stream. Okay. Okay. Jeez, that sucks. I know. Oh my god, Modern. I know. Everything's just like all over the place. Okay, I'll get my gloves. Try to practice safety. Irony when the eye gear tries to hit me in the eyeball. I know. What the F? Like the stupid safety goggles. It just makes me so mad. Oh, Playful Serve, thanks so much for hosting me. That's awesome. Thanks so much for hosting me. I know. It literally snaps and almost hits me in the eye. Ah, Seraphine. Awesome. Wow. What is going on? Angel Thump. That's sick. Yeah, chicken fried steak raid. That's so awesome. Way to go. Yeah. Oh. As my goggles are falling over. Chicken fried steak raid. Sick. Yeah, thank you. We're doing soldering. So we're doing LEDs and wiring. So there you go. I'm just going to take my mask off for a second. Thank you guys for coming in and the raid. This is sick. Chicken fried steak. Who does not love chicken fried steak? So thank you for coming in. Thank you so much, Playful Sarah, for the raid. That's so awesome. And Irma Plazers, thank you for the follow. I totally appreciate that. Okay. Xavier, Amber, I sound like the one actress with the red hair. Which actress with the red hair? I am so super curious about which one. There's a lot of them. I said soldering. We are a nice place here. We are a nice, friendly thing. And these glasses totally just ripped on me. I can't even wear them anymore. I'm so pissed. Oh my god. Okay, so I gotta just finish doing the last little bit of my sorry things. I totally got distracted with the raid. Oh my god. Okay. Here I go. Going back to finish doing the last little bits of my soldering. Okay. And just placing this up right here. Let's get the soldering gun out and... Oh, Xavier! Thank you so much for the follow. I totally appreciate that. Okay. So I'm just trying to do the last little bits of my soldering here. Alright, sick. We got one side soldered. We're almost done. We're so close. So close to being done. Oh, Emma Stone. Sweet. That's awesome. I love Emma Stone. She's one of my favorites. Yeah, the glasses were just like, I can't believe they snapped and almost hit my eye out. What kind of safety glasses almost like kill you and poke your eye out? That totally sucks. Am I going to sing with the mask on? I am so not a good singer. You do not know me at all. I am the worst singer, like, ever. I am super duper tone deaf. Okay, this side is done being soldered. Just gonna take some of my, oh, Playful Surf. Thank you so much for the follow. I totally appreciate that. Okay, so I'm gonna take my last little bit of my heat shrink wrap, and I'm placing it on the other side. Putting my battery pack on my little robot buddy to hold it up. So, Emma Stone call you Peter Parker. Right on. Right on. Okay. That's so sick. I love Emma Stone. She is, it's like that sort of, I have a deeper, like, throaty voice, and I know she does too. So let's, all right. This is the last wire, hopefully. I just finished soldering this, and I totally made a mistake with my connections, so here I am going back. Okay, so I got it up, and, shoot, just moved it over. Oh, we have our, like, resident helpful guru in here who is Kane. He is been helping us with all of the electronic stuff. Giving us all the infos in here. Okay. So, almost done. Tone deaf, sad face. I totally am tone deaf. I totally am. Okay. So, here I go. Final joint that I'm finishing soldering right here. Okay. Got it? No, Nick Robot Maker. I am not gonna sing. But it wasn't a mistake. You just showed us a way you don't want to go do it going forward. I know. It's like, I know. Good luck. Here we go. It wasn't next to it. I thought it was close enough, but it wasn't. I literally just put it on the one wire and I didn't get it on the other. Oh, too bad. That's the problem when you aren't able to link it out. Okay. Try number 2. Okay. I think that one's got it. All right, I think that's got it. I think we got it here. For all the raiders, yeah, totally. We got our excitement of earlier when I dropped the soldering iron and a bunch of smoke came, and it was super duper brutal. Okay, I got my mask off. Awesome, we got it going. You had to leave earlier and you got back and it's still on. I totally am. We're just finishing up our circuit here. I am almost done, but we're just finishing up the final little bit here. Okay, so I keep missing it. I'm just so annoyed and frustrated. These little ends are just so small, and I just keep missing it. This final part, the battery pack, is like the absolute worst. Ugh! This one is annoying, okay? You cosplays and nerd plays video games and paints miniatures. Sick! I love miniatures. I used to paint Warhammer stuff way back in high school. So that was, I loved Warhammer. Okay. Okay, I gotta get... Shit. Okay, I think that got it. Oh, this battery pack has been driving me so up the wall. No, like just old school. Like I'm talking about like years ago, like old school Warhammer miniatures, not 40K. Okay. All right. So, final thing, heat shrink wraps. I mean, I probably should test this before I do the heat shrink wraps. So let's just try it out. Okay. Yeah, it works. Yay! It totally worked. Okay, we're fine. So I'm just gonna turn this off for a second. Woot! And I'm gonna just do my heat shrink wraps. I probably shouldn't do this with the battery in there, but whatever. Yes. Okay. So once again, take my gloves off. Woo, 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 woo. I'm so awesome. Yeah, so stoked. It's so awesome. Yeah, well played, Circuit. Well played. Okay, just doing my heat shrink wrap, heating it up and everything. And woot! There you go, cosplay LED circuit. How you can wire your gemstones on your outfit so that you can have cool glowing gemstones too. There it is. I made way too long of a circuit, but it's actually good because I screwed up and I needed the rest of that wire. So that is pretty good. Just about to say that I played Orc. Oh, I missed something. Oh no. Woot. Your painting is garbage. You'll assume I'm better than you. God, it was years ago since I painted miniatures. Miniatures are like a real tough thing to paint. So I totally feel it was years and years ago. I know, Kane. I did it without the mask, okay? Just that last little bit. And yes, going in without the respirator. Hooray. So look, yes, I did it. So you can see these can be then attached. You can make just super duper thin little holes in your Warbler pieces or in your foam or whatever to have it go through. And then see, look, this can all hide so easily under costumes. And boom, we got lighting, glowing LEDs. Because we have the resistor in there, I'm going to grab another battery. And you can put another battery on top just to have it even crazy brighter. Like, look at the battery on top. So there you go. So the resistor's in there, so it's mitigating the transfer from it being 3 volt to 6 volt now. So there it goes. I just want to do this really quick because I just want to check it out. I want to turn the lights off. Hooray. Free fall, can I add another one parallel? So this is, so this was the circuit where I did with 2 LEDs on it before. So I used 2 resistors, but still only just 1 switch that was connecting there. So these were my this was my double LED circuit that I had right here. More wire means I can easily put the switch somewhere further from the light, which is nice, totally, for sure, right? So I'm just gonna turn the lights off just really, really quick, okay? 1 second. Okay. Just because, I mean, obviously there's a light on my computer, but I just want you guys to see. So I'm pretty stoked, right? So we got this one. This is it. Just, I wish the light of the computer. I'm just going to try and turn down the light of my computer just really quick. Because I want to see some nice, hold on. Okay. So I'm turning it down quite a bit. So we got, that's just the small LED glowy gem, but then check it out when you add the second battery. Okay? So we're gonna get it. Boom, second battery just crazy lights it up. Like you can even see my face, the second battery, and that's why we put the resistor in. Because it goes, see, that's it, with just the one. Second battery on top of it just lights it up intensely. Okay, so I'm going to turn my computer back out so I can actually read. Okay. And I'm going to get my lights back on in the craft room. Yay! So we did it! We totally did it. So we got our circuit and our switch and everything going. So we did it. So it's super duper easy. Okay. Brace myself and Twitch closest. Could you imagine? Illuminati convert. Oh, come on. No, I did not blow the light fuse. I turned it off modern so that I could see exactly, we could see it glowing and the difference between, just the difference, CK Viper, you're just gonna say that. Oh my God. And just so you can see the difference between just the one LED and the one, battery pack and then adding the two, you can see the brightness is so much more. Right? It's like super duper bright. So beautiful for doing whatever sort of glowing, pretty glowy cosplays that you want. So there you go. It was just that easy. We were able to do this whole thing just in the time of stream. So if you are totally stressed out about how to go about making your whole cosplays light up and everything, simple circuits. And then the best part about all this stuff is that it can all just like fold up so nicely and fit in right underneath. I mean, obviously you wouldn't have the LED underneath. You would have that coming up top. You would have the wires poking through, right? But like, look, it can fit in so nicely underneath the shoulder that there is no big bulky battery cases. There is no big stuff. It's just pretty LEDs glowing on your costumes that you don't need to worry about massive battery packs, and you can always just switch them on and off, right? On and off. Super duper easy peasy. So anybody can make their cosplays glow and light up. And like I showed you, all of this stuff here is literally so cheap. You would pay more for a string of Christmas lights, like LED Christmas lights from the store, than you would for all of this stuff that you have here. So it's super easy. Anybody can do it. You got nice little switches. Perfect for cosplay. It was the person who walked by. Oh, whatever. We had spooky nights the other night, but not tonight. We're in crafting mode. Good job. Thanks, Kane. Coming from the electrical engineer in chat, that means the world to me. So thank you. Edu Seitu, thank you so much for the follow. I try really hard to pronounce things. Yay! Oh my God. What's the max recommendation of LEDs per circuit? I personally, per battery pack per circuit, I would only do 2. I should just turn this off as it's just sitting here glowing. I would do 2 as the max per circuit. And so if you were... See, the thing is that, and the other reason why I like doing these things is that if you actually think about it, like every shoulder armor is separate, right? You're not going to have wires and cords going in the back. So that's why it's kind of like one LED per thing. Now, it's only if you have, say, multiple LEDs. Say you have like a big gem and a small gem, right? Say you've got sort of both that you want to be lighting up on one piece. Then the maximum that I would do is 2. If you do want, you can do a lot more. If you do want to do, like bigger battery packs, like greater amount of power going in, you can. But like I said before, I hate having to try and hide my battery packs. I hate having to try and like shove them somewhere and whatever, and where are they going to go? So I would recommend just doing 2 with the 3-volt battery pack, maximum of 2, but then you can so easily hide this in your stuff, and the switches are small that you're not going to be affecting the general look of the cosplay. I don't even know. CK Viper, my God, I don't even know what's going on here. I totally missed this. Free fall, yeah, I guess I don't understand what source power is needed for a certain number of LEDs. So yeah, I would definitely just, Conk Smash. Thanks for the follow, Conk Smash. I would totally just do 2 LEDs per 3-volt coin battery cell circuit. That's what I would do personally. But like I said, because of the nature of how easy and cheap that they are and how easy they are to hide, you can put multiple ones all over your armor. Let's see. Yeah, all this talk reminds you of physics. Oh, you're having nightmares. I'm so sorry. This is the like more like physics-based like episode that we're doing today. Let's see. She using a 6-volt battery power is 2 LED, 3 volt is 1 LED. That's true. So you can do that. I have put 2 on here, right? But then I have to double up my batteries that are in here. So I use 2 batteries on top of each other and then just use electrical tape around it so that they are brighter and better. CZ Aaron, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate that. Let's see. Curie, yeah, example Jessica Negris. Syndragosa, yeah, it's she had a whole bunch of different LEDs that were placed in every single armor, and like there were so many. She did rows and stuff as well, but you could tell that she didn't have any battery packs. I don't know exactly what batteries she used, but she didn't have any battery packs like that were crazy visible. Okay, so is it illegal to put lasers in your costumes? Laser pointers I don't think are illegal in cosplays. I think you can use them like if you were to make like a gun from whatever, any kind of FPS game that had a laser pointer sort of scope vision in it. I think you could have a laser pointer in there, but I'm not entirely sure. Every single con has different rules and codes of conduct about what they allow for props and weapons, and they always have them posted like on the con rules and everything. So it's like you can definitely find some of that stuff there for sure. No, I totally know CK Viper. I totally believe that you're not. Yeah, oh, awesome. We just got questions for Kane over here, who's our resident engineer in chat, which is perfect because Kane has been amazing. Yeah, I mean, Emageddon, you don't be a rebel follower, or be a rebel, don't follow rules. Like, you know, you can, but you could definitely not be allowed, like, into the con when you do weapons check and stuff. They have a lot of weapon checks that could go on there. But yes, questions for Kane. Yeah, so all the questions for Kane can just go. I'm just gonna go about my business. We'll just like let Kane do all of his questions and answer time. But yeah, you definitely could put 2 on if you wanted. So like if you were had that, see, if I didn't have the resistor in here, it would have been even crazier power. But you got the one glowing, and then there's another battery. I just had one. I don't know where it went. I had one. No, let's take another one out of this pack. It smells like acrid in here. I also totally believe in not being weird. Oh my god. Oh, CK Viper. Why are there so many rules with cons? God, I don't know. Because, I don't know. Because people are just scared that somebody's going to, like, con organizers are just scared that somebody's going to come in and do something really stupid someday in a con, and then they will just all be ruined for everybody, you know? But there are just rules and cons, because, like for example, there was something that just went on. They were doing a, I can't remember, I think it was a Call of Duty cosplay shoot, or it was something. It was from some FPS shooter, and the cops, like, made them get down on the ground. They, like, were really aggressive. They had no idea that this was cosplay and this was a photo shoot. And the police, I forget where this was, like, I think it may have been, like, in Florida or something like that. It was at a con that happened recently, or, like, and it was, like, a photo shoot outside the con, and the police, like, flipped, and they made these people, they thought that they were, like, terrorists and stuff. And at the end of the day, it turns out that they're just cosplayers, you know? And, like, so, I don't know. They have rules, but sometimes I think they can be, like, a little bit excessive. Oh, how long do the batteries last for my 2 LED setups? So they last about, with them straight on, they're about like 10 to 12 hours or so, something like that with them straight on. I actually have never tested it. I've had them on straight for like 8 hours and they've still worked after that, so I'm not too sure. It's I don't quite know exactly how long they are, but they definitely last for quite a while. So like you can have multiple ones. I'm just trying to show all the pretties. I want to like tape this on here. Where's my tape? I had my tape. I want to tape my double LED. I don't know where I put it. Oh, I have my tape. And it came back. Darn. I got some tape right here. Okay. Okay. As I do my little spin around. Let's see, Xavier, big fan. You were almost burned at the stake when you cosplay as a witch. Yeah, things can get serious, totally, right? You know, it's like cosplay as a witch. It's like Salem up in here. Salem witch trials for sure. Yeah, I mean, it's like, I don't know. They're just super iffy on weapons. Like, that's just how they are. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's just, they can just get really, really dumb like that. I don't know. They can get really iffy on weapons. Oh, you go to cosplay as Santa, got chased around by 7-year-olds. Well, that's nice. See, I'm an elementary school teacher by day, so I love the little babies. The little 7-year-olds. Okay. So it's like, I don't know. I just wanted to show, like, them here together. So you could have, like, double ones. Like, if you're having some, like... Oops. Come on. Ugh. I keep placing this the wrong way. Yeah. Ooh. Look at all our pretty gems that we have going. They're so pretty and bright and crazy. They show up like way wilder on camera and way more like pinpointy than they actually do in person. Look at now it's like purple. So yeah, got all our cool little gemstones that we've made stuff with. Oh yeah. So those are circuits. So super fun on off circuit. So you can see I actually added the 2 LEDs. The 2 battery packs in here. Sorry, I'm just pressing on the battery pack like so. So I had the 2 batteries in here. I just used some masking tape and put it over top just so it's a bit brighter. So it's really easy when you do the 2 batteries. You're fine with their seriousness. You never know who's coming into a con, so you're glad that you checked that stuff. Yeah, totally. Everybody has totally different opinions about it. Like, it's, totally depends. Like, I think that sometimes, I think that weapons checks should happen. I do think that there should be weapons check, because you don't know what kind of nut job is coming in there and doing something stupid. However, on the same respect, when I was, like, cosplaying Kitty Cat Katarina at Anime Expo in Los Angeles, they made me zip tie every single one of my things. And if you know Katarina, right, from League, she has 2 back swords, 1 side sword, 2 swords that are in her hand, and a whole bunch of throwing blades around her thighs. I had to have a total of 8, 9 zip ties on every single one, including the ones on the thighs, like the little throwing knives. And personally, I thought that was excessive and ridiculous. If you checked the props, just put it on 1. You can check that all the props are fine and not a danger, and then put 1 tag. You don't need to have every single piece be tagged when somebody's walking around with like 8 swords, you know? So I thought that was a little, I don't know, a little too much. So yes. Anyway, so that's it. So I showed you our basic LEDs and soldering tutorial, how to make your cosplays light up, how to make your gemstones glow, and do a really simple circuit for super duper cheap. It was, I did not spend much for any of the stuff, and we got it. We got to glow, got to light up. We did a really easy circuit, got a nice little switch, and it hides and tucks in nice and pretty under all of your armor. So perfect. I'm going to just turn this off now. And so I'm going to be winding it down here. Is there any final questions or anything that anybody has before I end up signing off and going. So, let's see, Kane. Yeah, what's going on in the world these days? Were they metal knives? No, they weren't even metal knives. I'll like show you. I've got one just kicking it right here. They're just her little they're little Katarina throwing blades, right? That I made out of Warbler and foam that I had on my legs. And then the real kicker about this is that because it was like they were on my legs like this against my skin, right? In little leather pouches. Because they were laying against my skin, look at the back. It's just flat Warbler, right? It's not even designed so it would lay flat on my skin. So if you ever looked at this and thought that this was an actual weapon, I mean, that's, I don't know. I think that's a little nutty, you know? And so I had to have a zip tie, a massive zip tie around this. I mean, it was just too much. It was too, I personally thought it was a little bit excessive. So I'm going to just unplug my soldering iron so I don't burn myself. Yeah, they made me zip tie this free fall. And I had 4 of them. So they made me zip tie every single one of them. Oh, thank you. Yeah, you like the leggings? Yeah, these are from Wild Bangerang. They're like my robot mecha leggings. I like to wear super crazy leggings. So I'm so glad that you like them, Santa. No, I cannot sing anything. I'm not a good singer and you will not get me singing. I can't do it. I just can't. I'd be super embarrassed. Someday I could do like I'm good at lip sync battles. Like I can do really good like lip syncs. Actual singing them, so bad. So bad. But yeah. Was it tight around my leg? Yeah, like it was in like a little, like I made a leather holster and there was like leather, like little bits that were hanging on the outside, like little holsters that it slid into. And then all of the zip ties poked and scratched my legs all day. It was ridiculous. I cut them off by the end of it and still just went to the con. I was like, forget it. Like, this is dumb. So it was just too much, right? This tiny, like 4 of these had to be fully, and they were big orange zip ties. Like, it was ridiculous. So, yeah, they almost look like Diva, but they're actually not Diva. And they... these are not like specific Diva, and I think that these were actually released before Diva was announced as a playable character. So I think these actually predate Diva. I have a voice of an angel. Do I sound like I can rap? Maybe. Like, I don't know. Oh, Guggenheimer. Heiner. It's like the Guggenheim Museum. Maybe I can maybe rap. I know a couple like rap songs off by heart, but I'm not going to do it for you guys today. But I do. Like, and they're really rude. I know some like really rude. Like, I don't know why. I just find them really easy to sing. That's like the only thing I find easy to sing. No, I'm not going to sing anything. Not today. Maybe on a future stream, I'll do a singing stream. No, I'm not going to do it. Not today. But maybe, yeah. Okay, karaoke after beer. Maybe I will. I am totally going to be a tease. Nope, totally, Xavier. I am totally going to be a tease and not do it. Maybe I'll have a chill hangout stream where I'll have like a beer, I'll have some good beers, maybe a glass of wine or whatever, and then you'll get me to sing and to rap. It is, yeah, it's sort of, oh, no. Not Fetty Wap. No, I'm talking about Eazy-E. So I know every single word to Gimme That Nut. Right? And that is like my song. Like, okay, yeah, 2,000 followers with this singing stream. Like, Eazy-E's like, Give Me That Nut is like, I know every single word, including all of the little actions, all of the like chick parts that's in there. So that's like, it's so dirty. It's so bad. But yeah, totally that's when, yeah. I love a lot of Eazy-E. Like, Louisville Slugger is like super duper good, right? I like a lot of like old NWA too. And then like if we're actually getting into like really like indie, not indie, but like actual old school rap, I am absolutely in love with Far Side. Jetta Mind Tricks are super duper good. I don't know. I love some Jurassic 5 is like really amazing. Like old school like Q-tip. God, I'm trying to think. Like I like that kind of stuff. Jedi mind tricks. Oh, awesome! I love me some Jedi mind tricks. So that's kind of like sort of what I'm into. So yeah. Oh, I just hit 1250. That's a milestone. No way, Santa. I'm so not doing a song. Not yet. But maybe on like a chill, hanging out, having some beers sort of stream where I'm just going to work on some cosplay and have a relaxing night. Maybe I'll bust into some rapping. So that's how you get to tune back in to see if I'm actually going to bust out some songs and everything. Yeah, Jedi Mind Tricks is amazing. So good. Like, I love that stuff. Oh, I also love old school, like Del the Funky Homo Sapien, but then also when he became Deltron and he did his Deltron 3030 album, love that. Love that. Before he was actually at the Gorillas. Oh, Papa Cat, thanks so much for the follow. I totally appreciate that. All right, Kane. Yes, I'm going to have to go to bed too. I'm going to... Oh, Tribe Called Quest. Amazing. So, yes, I am going to have to take a note from Kane. Also, big round of applause. This is what we do in class, by the way. We say when we give the kids a round of applause, we go around. So big round of applause for Kane tonight. He was our resident engineer, and he really was so helpful in answering so many of the questions. So I tip my hat to you, Kane. Thank you so much for all of your help. And yes, no, I am totally taking cue from, oh, and Lizzie. Yes, thank you. Lizzie, she has left the building at the moment, but Lizzie was here earlier, and she was the like, no, Kane is he's good. He's gone to bed. Let's try trick me, Xavier. Lizzie was our like resident Google links for every product that I discussed tonight. That if you want to buy it online, she had the links right up and ready to go. Like, 3 cheers, round of applause for Lizzie. So yes, I used her images for your nose. Perfect 3 fall. So I really hope that you guys learned something good here. Thank you so much to everybody who came and watched. Thank you so much to everybody who did some like bit cheering and everybody who donated tonight. That was fucking awesome. We had such a good time. So yeah, I just wanted to say thanks, and I hope you all enjoyed it tonight. And I will be doing another so I'm guesting next weekend at Northern Fan Con. So next Sunday is the like live stream from the con. And all you cosplayers out there, if you have questions about what it's like to be a guest or what the con's like or whatever, we can do a total like whatever hanging out. I'm gonna try to like have you guys come around the con and everything with me, and then do my students know my cosplays. Sorry, I'm getting distracted by chat. What does my top say? Oh, Filthy Casual. This is a company that's run by a couple friends of mine. They are amazing. So, and do my students know I cosplay? Some of them know that I cosplay. Some don't. I'm a substitute, so I'm in and out of classes. If I get to know a class a lot, then yeah. I've helped a lot of kids too who've been into anime and stuff, and they've been really bullied to kind of like make them be like, yo, forget that. Who cares? Like, if people are being rude or bullying you, like, just like what you like and do what you want to do. So, yes, so next weekend, thank you, Brandon. So, yes, next weekend, next Sunday is going to be live from the con. I'm supposed to be streaming on my Thursdays as well, but I'm going to be driving. So, I'm going to try to do a cosplay stream on Wednesday also. It is the night before leaving, but I'm going to try to do it. I may not be able to, but I'm going to try to do a cosplay stream on Wednesday, just in case, like, I get into the hotel a little late and I can't even do, like, a quick, just, like, IRL stream on Thursdays. So I'll try my best, because, like, I don't know what the roads are going to be like, so I'm not going to, like, promise anything because of road conditions and everything. So, Modern, you pretend to be bullied to get some Andy support. Modern. I will always give you Andy's support. Always. So, yes. Yeah, no, Filthy Casual. That's their company brand, is called Filthy Casual. They have a lot of really, really sick stuff. Anyways, yes. Oh, yeah, and shout out to Playful Sarah for a sick raid. Thank you so much for coming in and raiding. I totally appreciated that. So awesome. That was super great. Yeah, bring my mask for driving. Totally. So thank you, Playful Sarah, for coming in, and all the people who stayed and came and chilled out and everything. So yeah, so thank you guys. You were awesome. We had such a good night, and I will see you guys soon. Okay? So bye.